another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570. Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
Have you tried Big Rob Popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in a FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob Popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
Hello. What's going on? My crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers. What's your tea? What's your tea, darling? It's another glorious day, my people, honey. I'm sure you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, because it's time to dish tea. I know you, darlings, with Big Meech. What's up? It's one of those days that there was so much to be done to where you didn't know what the hell to do, and so you just said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing anything." Those days, because I'm gonna tell you, honey, today that was that day for me. I was supposed to have went here. I was supposed to have done some things around the house, and I went to the grocery store late. I was supposed to go to the grocery store, and I just could not move. Okay, it was just one of those particular days. So I don't know what it was. I don't know what that was, and I'm not gonna begin to act like we're gonna act like we got an answer for it, honey. Depression. It could be uh it could be grief out doing its thing and carrying on. So I'm not exactly sure, but today was, and I was off today. So tomorrow, we got donut factory duties and carrying on. But it's like, really? So in putting, we're going to get into a topic that we were discussing. I hinted to it yesterday. Yesterday when we had our marriage counselor on, we got into cheating or whatever, but we didn't get into it the way I was into it just previously. Yesterday I was on Tia Talks, and Tia, she was a guest host over here with us before. I was on her show yesterday, and so we were talking. Her question was cheating. Why do people cheat and this, that, and the other? And do you believe this? And all this, that, and the third. And so we got into a healthy discussion. I want to bring that discussion over here because, the question is always, why do men cheat and this, that, and the other? Everybody always want to know, always think that there's a magical answer for that question. But no, okay. You keep glitching. Okay. I was just about to ask that. Let me bring you
Hey
in.
guys, yeah, I didn't know if it was me
And
or
probably because I'm seeing that my Wi-Fi is
it's acting up.
Acting up.
Well, while
Yeah.
he's getting that together, I asked him earlier, y'all, what was the topic? Because I had been out all morning, and then my daughter just said, cheating in the next room. I said, wait, what? She said, that's your topic. That's what it says. See, it is. So I said, wait, who was cheating in the next room, y'all? She told me, I got my tea in my Wonder Woman cup. She ready. She about to
Well,
go.
Hey, Michael. Hey, and hey there, TC.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, back again. Hey. But we're going to get into it. Red just came into it, so we're going to bring Red on up in here as well. And what we're going to do here, I want a conversation about cheating, and I want to expand that because here's the bigger question. If the partner knows about it, or is it are we into this thing of having an
understanding?
SWV, all I need from you is understanding.
Hey, escape.
What's the tea? Because oftentimes, it gets crazy. It gets really crazy. Of sexuality that has opened up, and we got folks who are very fluid now. We got folks who are poly. We got folks who are into these particular, dealing within these particular parameters. Is the culture really? Is it really cheating nowadays? Oh, that's a bigger question. Is cheating now a thing of the past? Oh, come on.
No, because if it was,
in here, Red.
every 5 seconds they wouldn't be talking about something all over the internet. We broke up because he cheated. Well, you knew he was going to cheat. He cheated the last 30,000 times, and you keep taking back. Oh, they came to
what you doing, baby?
Okay.
Check out his Twitter.
It's red.
All right. You got the headspace.
Yeah,
Drop
you
your
have
camera a little bit.
That worked for me. 12 o'clock.
Bring your camera back.
There we go. I'm like, oh, honey, all we got was nose and lip.
Right.
We need paper.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do we even do that thing?
Yeah, because it's on.
Ready?
Oh, no.
Okay. So, I've got to turn this air on, and now I done got real thirsty. I'm gonna post this. Yeah, let's start there. The whole idea of cheating in this particular day now a thing of the past, or is it just an old school concept because of what we're dealing with? Cheating an old school concept, or no? Y'all talk. Let me go give you something to drink.
Is cheating an old school concept real? Listen, I think
Oh, y'all stuck. Okay.
when you if you guys haven't had a conversation about somebody having multiple partners and
What's
they
your water in here?
and you take it back,
Huh?
then y'all gotta understand that.
I just need a cap full of water.
Y'all gotta understand it. Whether you agree to it or not, if you keep on allowing someone to constantly cheat and you take them back, y'all got an unwritten understanding. I'm just saying, whether you know it or not. We could take it back all the way back. Like even in biblical times, men were not monogamous. They just weren't. I don't know if they're not built that way or whatever, but
True that.
Hey, did you ever see Mandingo?
Yes.
mhm.
Was Mandingo sleeping with the master or the master's wife?
The master's wife.
Okay, how far back you want to go, Nikki?
I said biblical times.
I'm just saying. I feel like back then it came from biblical.
They came from biblical. David was with Bathsheba. He killed her.
David was with who?
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba.
Now it was Drum. Mandingo was the one where they were trying to get him to, the wife was trying to go after him. The overseer's wife.
Right.
Okay.
So that would make the
But
playing field
it's
balanced,
in
right?
Drum.
What you mean?
That would make the playing field balanced, right?
Oh, because she was going after him?
Right.
Possibly, yeah.
Historically,
Shut up.
butt grabbing and nut grabbing, it went hand in hand, right?
Hey.
Okay. I just want to clear it up before we had this conversation.
Are dumb and silly.
No, I wasn't saying it in a way where only men cheat. That's not what I meant.
Sorry, because I don't do men bashing because that's when I come out my religion.
Damn.
First of all, I don't men bash. I be harder on the women than I do on the men.
Shut up, Nick.
No, but what I'm saying is, what I said at first was, if you're in a relationship and somebody keeps cheating and you keep taking them back, y'all got an unwritten understanding.
No, he has destroyed her self-esteem, and she thinks that's okay. Thus, any little girls that they're raising within that toxic relationship, you are showing her that it's okay to be disrespected and used. That's the way of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kids only imitate the atmosphere. And thus those who have not been in relationships, if they see that as the first sign of a relationship, they think that's what it is. That's where that circle of mess comes from.
That's why I'm so glad that when that situation was happening to me, my children were too young to understand.
What situation?
Because Brian used to cheat all the goddamn time.
Well, let me ask you this. When he went to the store to get another loaf of bread, was there any bread on the shelf at his store?
Let me tell you something. We got married in March. Brian was already cheating in May. Talking about something, he missed me. The fuck out of here.
So what he did was secure the secondary corner store because one of them stayed open longer than the other.
I guess.
Okay, I hear it.
Whatever.
You know, I'm trying to clear because you got men that are habitual cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
You got men that cheat, and in their reality of their mental, they're not really cheating.
I believe that was the reality. I think that was him. When
But then you got
you said it
women
already.
that got all these brothers and best friends they done slept with.
Wait. Huh?
That's my brother.
That's
That's
very
my
interesting.
friend. That's my BFF.
Oh, you talking about from the women's point?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't have none of those.
Yeah. That nigga know more about your
Where
underwear
do you-
drawer than you do.
Oh, okay. Cheating is a violation of the boundaries set by the can cheat. Just because you have multiple partners doesn't mean it's a free for all automatically. Okay, that's cute.
That's
But
cute.
let's go here.
That's true.
Hey,
That's cute.
Me, that's a good point, and I want you to hold that because I know you got an arsenal for that. But listen to me. This is something the reason I was happy about this subject because it's something that was discussed about 30 minutes ago. Okay, before you post. Well, the way we were saying this is, let's say a cheating happens. Okay, okay, somebody cheats in the relationship. The first time that you had set forth to have that decision to have a monogamous relationship, and then something weakens, and the person, whether it be the man or the woman, breaks the trust boundary by stepping outside the marriage or the relationship. Okay, but we're gonna say marriage because relationship don't count. All right. So they step outside. Hello, who got coffee? Okay, look. They step outside of that. Would you think that infidelity would be a strengthening tool for the second stage of them? Is it worth them building off of the mistakes they made? Because nobody goes into a relationship with a master's degree in how to do it. So those that doggone have something that could be worth fighting for, do you think that would be a turning point, a learning lesson? Because sometimes it ain't about somebody just being a straight up dog. It could be about somebody not understanding the position that they doggone signed up for.
But what about when that's one-sided?
Oh.
When one person wants to fight for what they think is worth fighting for, but the other person doesn't understand what they have.
Well, then that's just an immaturity or insecurity round.
Exactly.
Well, here's where this is because see, I'm going to say this.
Come on, like
if you're not honest from the jump, then bring your thing. Okay, if you know that you are not a monogamous person
and don't enter a monogamous relationship,
and how much you tried, if you ain't said that up front, then something's wrong. Or if you've shown this in your actions, if you've shown that and there still was no conversation about that, then the marriage or the relationship is doomed from the start. Oh, he cheating on me or she cheating on me, Jazz. It done went out the window because you have not been honest about
who you are,
what's going on. You know, you don't know the position that you're playing. Yeah, that's that conversation. If this here is about I'm going to take this and I'm going to evoke my African privileges and I'm going to have you and I'm gonna have this one and I'm gonna have kids, but you the number one girl or whatever the case may be. If that has not been a conversation.
Oh, so you talking about so okay, what you saying is the argument comes up. She's crying. Oh my God, I can't believe that you slept with my friend Becky. Oh, I've been knowing her 20 years and she's been my confidant. I come home and you're all on top of her. And he goes, shut up. Yeah, that's right. I effed her, but I make love to you.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Listen, bullshit is bullshit.
Okay.
Because listen, that bullshit is bullshit.
Period.
Okay.
Hey,
What bullshit from the jump of it is that these weak-minded little bitches and these goddamn sissies and these trans girls fall for that shit because the dick blank, period.
Period.
Point blank,
Because the
period.
person that you're supposed to love and be in a relationship with or married with, you're supposed to be able to do both of them to that person.
really?
Because every now and then she loves to be able to get a little F too. Not just made love to you. Sometimes it get wild and you want that. You shouldn't
Oh, so it ain't all about the motion in the ocean. Sometimes it's about the choking and the banging.
don't choke me, but yeah, I guess.
Well, you ain't been choked yet, you don't know.
I tried it. I ain't like it. Y'all know I got trust issues. I got trust issues. I don't trust nobody. Like, no. I'm trying. I hope God send me somebody that I could trust enough to get, handcuffs and shit. You ain't no fucking handcuffs. Fuck that. I can love you to death, and I probably still won't trust you that much. I promise you.
But let's go there though, because see, like you said, okay, try to. Now here's where this is, because a lot of in instances where folks dip into.
You is glitching real bad. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, did you pay your cable bill over there?
I hate
Of course,
you.
I paid my cable bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you like glitching out of control. It was even more than in the beginning.
You over there like Max Headroom.
No.
Oh, really? You know what? I got it on the
I'm
YouTube.
telling people how old we are.
I can see what's going on with Creek. But if it's just me, then shit, it's on my end.
Because I was seeing it before I even came in, and I wasn't sure if it
So
was
something
mine.
is going on.
Yeah, something going on because your camera got Tourette's.
Yeah. It's video jukebox. Max is just
Anyhow.
I thought this was Distant T, the remix, because it seemed like you were scratching over there.
I cannot. Something wrong with this fool.
That's my
Okay.
brother. I'm trying to get him to get it straight over there.
I know. I
No,
told him when he
I would
first
never
came
be
on.
straight.
He's been trying. Oh, he said he wouldn't listen.
Well, bend the hanger then. Bend the hanger.
In the hanger. I can't.
Listen, we don't do backdoor
Woo!
shit like that no more. We don't do back alley shit like that no more.
Hey,
Like alley shit.
hey, get you some aluminum foil and put it on the antenna on top of your
Yo, wait and get the pliers for the.
Ooh, not the rabbit ears.
Oh, you know what
Okay.
it probably is?
What-
No,
what- I'm-
remember? We've been having that wind. We've had wind advisories all day. Like when we out there fundraising and stuff. Listen, the wind blew this lady over. She was not little. She was a little thick. It knocked her down. Knocked everything.
You said she was thick.
Yeah, she was a little thick
So how you know she was thick?
because she was almost my size.
Because she was almost your size. But your eyes looked at her and said, "You're thick. We're gonna have to get you a man."
Well, I didn't want to call her a derogatory term, so I'd rather call them fluffy or thick.
Fluffy or thick?
Yeah.
Not
Girl, bring your fluffy self here. What's your name? I couldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't have said that to
okay,
her. I'd have been like, I know I wouldn't be like, is your thick ass all right? No, I'm just describing it that way to y'all because I don't want to be calling nobody.
I'm saying, but what about big boned and well rounded, secludely put
boned.
together?
With big bone, big bone.
a big boned and well rounded.
Because we got alerts on. You didn't get that alert last night on your phone about the wind. We had got alerts about
Yeah,
a wind
I did.
advisory. It was bad all day. It was really bad.
That's terrible. Y'all make sure the little girls didn't fly away, right?
Listen, I was like, Lily, get your ass over here.
Yeah, cause we know she's a featherweight.
Wait. And then they got the little teeny ones. They be like 2 or 3 years old. They'd have been like this, Red. You know, I had to make the parent announcement. Look, kids running all over the place. I said, let me make this announcement to y'all, parents, kids. All the ERs are closed. Grady is closed. Southern Regional is closed. All the ERs are closed.
Did better than me. I'd have been like, excuse me, parents, I need you all to find the closest brick and put it in your kid's pocket. So
Okay.
I told y'all, I said, listen, I was
All
trying
right. So
to
this is what we're doing. I'm gonna use my phone
Okay.
to
Oh, you look good.
just hopefully that'll stop my glitching on my end, and then I'm just going to
you look like you
control it from
upgraded.
here.
You look good.
You look like you went from CBS to Fox.
Hush, Trey.
Don't do that. Don't send us.
Anywho,
Yeah, you look good on
okay.
there. Nice and clear.
All right. Okay, long as we got something, because I'm tired of all that glitching and carrying on. And let me turn
you
my
look
sound
good.
up on here
Yeah, you ain't
great.
so
up.
that we are good to go. Okay, all right, cute. All right, so here we go.
Back to the subject.
now-
All right, go ahead, Meech. Get
Come
us
on,
back
D-Town.
on the track.
So like I'm saying, there was a conversation. Amy was saying, this particular thing here. She said, I think the old school concept is actually traditional monogamous married couples. Okay, and in that particular ideology, is that the problem? Is that a lot of folks consider cheating to be attached to that everybody who are in marriages or long-term relationships, that all that's supposed to go within that sect? Or
What you mean?
because there's no legal ramifications behind it,
Well, it is if you in the military.
This is true.
You can kill somebody and get in less trouble than cheating on your damn spouse. Promise you.
This is true.
Mm.
And if you're in the Marines, she can report you for doing anything outside of missionary.
What?
This is true. If you tell her, girl, bend that thing over like I seen in that Pornhub,
And
she
then
gonna
she
report
might have
you
liked
30
it when
your
you did it. Hey, Red, she might have liked it when you did it, but you made her mad the next
but you
day.
made her mad the next day. She gonna tell your captain.
What the fuck is that?
Baby. The military got all kinds of fucked up ass rules.
See, this is why I
Ain't
can't. You
nobody
know
from the
what?
library. Everything is real
Listen.
like this is.
I sit down here and go to bat for my soldiers and carry it on, because damn it, y'all do shit that I just cannot do, and I will
But
not
I'm
do.
just telling you that you can't swing your bat as a Marine unless you look at her in the face.
That is a lie and a half.
It is a written law for real.
And that's why I left that shit to y'all. I didn't do that. I didn't go on that shit.
See, outside of
hold on.
is
But
this.
hey,
Listen.
I'm a real Ray Ray. Hey, I'm a real Ray Ray from Chicago. I broke the law every night.
Every night.
I'm sure you did.
When she can walk in there and hit the light switch and the light come on, open up the refrigerator, and it got food in it, and she can put the key in the ignition and drive off. Oh, ain't no law.
Hello, what the fuck
You
is
done
you
beat
talking
my
about?
motherfucking ass.
You know
I'm
what?
not telling nobody what's going on
Wait
in
a
my
minute.
house.
Wait. This done hit all kinds of bones of contention, all up in my psyche and my crawl.
I'm telling you.
Well, it is, Meech. The laws in the military, like cheating on your spouse. Like, I would never tell that Brian was cheating when he was in the military. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not getting you court-martialed.
I mean, yeah, that's for them Karens that don't know no better.
Yeah, that's Karen and them do that.
Karen and them.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. The thing of it is that especially nowadays, no one has ever contested that to say, okay, that's archaic, that's barbaric. They have not taken that and say, listen, how in the fuck you gonna tell me how to fuck? What?
Meech, GI, government issue. You know what they tell them when they first go in there? If Uncle Sam wanted you to have a wife, family, anything, he would have issued you one. So it's either what they say or no way.
That's why I didn't fuck with it, honey. No, honey. I'm too motherfucking big to stay on top all the time. Goddamn shit. Lay my ass down, ride me shit. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
You know what? And she can get you in trouble for heinous overworking her. It's like a slave stuff.
Okay, you know what? That's how come I didn't fuck with that shit. I don't want to hear no more because y'all about to make me mad.
But understand that don't happen to. We don't do that. We don't
Y'all
do
about to
that.
make me motherfucking
Look,
mad. Yo, I'm getting so
we don't
sensitive.
do that though, Meech. We don't do that. We don't
Look,
do that.
we don't do
No.
that, but them other ones.
Those other people.
Hey, let me
do
tell
that.
you, if you got one of them other ones and you come home and you grab the back of her head and her tonsils go down her throat and she didn't like it, the military police at your door the next day.
At your door, the MPs is like, knock, knock, knock.
Turn around, sir.
You can't even explain yourself.
You here for we're gonna take you in for reckless handling of the penis.
Oh yeah, tell him, princess. That's questioning authority. You child, you gonna get in more trouble for questioning the authorities.
Yep.
Oh, you goddamn right. See, didn't I say? Listen, I told y'all this story many times before. That's why they were the Marines, especially, were trying to recruit me.
They were trying to get
at
you.
17.
They were trying to get you.
Baby, that motherfucker. Oh, listen, he wanted me so bad his dick got hard at his nose player.
Right.
That motherfucker was trying to recruit me so.
Meech, if they had got you, your name would have been Corporal Missionary. Ain't no Billy Buck up
No,
here.
Mr. Will got dishonorable. They the hell no, you can't do.
Exactly. Because I'd have bucked the shit. That shit. Okay.
Hey, just say, hey,
I say that
hey, Meech, you remember the promiscuity you talked about?
Yeah.
Okay, at that age when they were trying to get you, you would have been so thrown off with that. Because she'd have been crying. She'd be like, oh my God, Captain, he told me to bend over.
And you'd have been standing there like, what the fuck?
You'd have been looking like, what?
Bitch.
And he'd have said, 2 months pay, 3 days bread and water in the brig, reduction in rate.
You'd be over there on KP duty.
Without the machines. Why? I don't know. What is the purpose behind that? Is what I'm trying to understand. I want to investigate that.
It was some old wrinkly white man. I promise you. I don't know it for sure, but my spirit is telling me some old white man made them damn low.
You walk up in there if you want to, talking about some, you gonna get your talent tossed tonight, damn it. Okay, if you want to, boy, you going to jail.
Taking you out of your own damn house after you done work hard in the motor pool.
You know what? Peanut butter and motherfucking pineapples to all this shit. No. No. Pineapple. Okay.
Go to Amy
Pineapple, Daddy.
Go to Amy
No. No. I listen to me. See, you know, this is the conversation I need to have with other military folk, because I'm like, no, child. See, this is something real good, because the reason I'm taking offense to that, especially from somebody on the outside, it's already bad enough that you trying to have laws to tell me how I can. You know, a woman is supposed to regulate her body. You trying to tell her when she can and cannot have children. You know, she can't tie her tubes without her husband. That was back in the day. This, that, and the other. Now you telling her how she can have an abortion or with this, that, and the other. And now you got the audacity to tell me how I'm supposed to throw dick.
What you say? Boy, hold on, my eyes start hurting.
What? I said, you gonna tell me how to throw some dick.
Did you pee
Why
on
would
me?
you tell me?
How the fuck did you? No.
Damon, did you pee on me?
And wait a minute, because half of this is supposed to be some kind of biblical undertone to it. But I thought it said that the marriage bed should be undefiled. So if this is something between me and my motherfucking wife or my husband, if this is between us, how in the hell you gonna tell me that I'm wrong for having relations with my? What the fuck is that? Because they got it's a rule.
Because you signed ownership of your flesh. They could never take your soul. That belongs to God. But then you
are
gave
government
ownership
issues.
of your flesh on a contract paper. So guess what? Your flesh is that Johnson. And you can't sling that Johnson, but only the way they tell you to swing that Johnson. Now, if they find out you're doing something different, you're in trouble.
I believe. Listen,
That's why I didn't fuck with it.
listen, white man. Well, how about what? Wait, Red, because you think
That's why.
no wrinkly white man who made these rules, but I think he ain't had, and it kind of probably couldn't go no other way because any other position it just wasn't going to work. So he said,
No, his answer probably
nobody
sad.
do nothing else. Nobody. Can nobody do nothing else?
Shit.
Well, he had to be an admiral.
Lord, listen. Let me go to Amy's comment. She said, "I say that that's the old school concept. Really, in regard to the 20-somethings, the younger generation is out and proud with the whole entire rainbow and poly lifestyle. That's not interested in shame, tradition, religion, or much of anything that was before them." Okay. Oh, they're not interested. Okay, this is true.
Beach. Didn't they say back in the 60s they had the free love too? Everybody was just out having sex all over the place.
Well, yeah, but that was the hippies. Okay, that was the hippies. Research department was on. Wait a minute, what you say, Lamb?
What?
Leah said,
okay, and that's where I was going to go. I was going to go there because see, the sodomy. That's what it's sodomy laws. If you look up sodomy laws is anything that is not missionary position.
Yeah.
And that and guess what? That is the article. That is the true article right there.
Article 125.
Sodomy laws, and that's just not military because see, that's what the regular laws are about.
But hold on, that right
Street
there,
law.
that article, that particular article under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, that is real. It is written right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that you just looked it up. Yeah. The whole thing of it is that, and this is what I'm saying, is that there is why they say that being gay is against the law because of the sodomy thing. That's exactly what they based it on.
Yeah.
Because penetration, sex is supposed to be anything that is non-missionary position is considered to be sodomy.
But
okay, it's not just anal penetration or oral penetration.
Came up with that? Who came up with that?
That's what I want to know.
Sure got the Kama Sutra, honey. So, baby, somebody lying.
That's what I want to know. Okay, because I'm like, the children.
And those some ancient practices.
And then, well, wait a minute. Here's the thing that's fucking with me. If the admiral or the little wrinkly ass motherfucker who created this shit was still baby farm downstairs or whatever, or had incredible shrinkage, why in the hell wouldn't you let somebody suck the little motherfucker, honey?
Marriage is a state-run institution, and you know what? That's just another big business too. Because back in the day, remember we couldn't even legally get married. But if you profess your love between who you love and God, then you were married.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard the Nutcracker. I heard that. I heard that.
I got she got a fingerprint on her.
Is the reason why missionary is the only position allowed? Okay, yeah. Okay, so that Article 125. They could also charge you under Article 134, which they'll throw any other ridiculous charge under that. Now, what's Article 134?
That's anything they missed in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. They can make it up as they go along.
Yeah, like if you go to try to challenge the shit. Right, it's all like coming back. Like say you already in trouble and then you try to challenge it and all kinds of stuff like that. They throw all other kind of shit on there too.
Stuff, man. They ain't in the
so trumped up charges. Okay.
Yeah, it's like being like being in Virginia, which is what they call it. What they call it? What they don't have like regular state laws. They are more of a what they call that? Virginia they make up their laws as they go along.
Oh shit, yeah, that's how the military works. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but Virginia
Lord
State
have
is
mercy.
like that.
Really?
Yeah, like you go be locked up for a month. You know why you locked up? Because they're trying to figure out how to write up
How to write the
what
thing
you did so they can
Wait,
charge
are
you
they
when you go to court.
Commonwealth? We Commonwealth.
Yeah, they're Commonwealth.
We Pennsylvania Commonwealth too. Yep.
Well, y'all got the same problems. Y'all just don't know it.
Yeah. Because we
But y'all so
be trying to figure
gangster,
out
y'all
this
get caught
shit.
with the stuff that's really the lawbreaker. Y'all,
Right. We ain't got time to
Bay and
Yeah.
do
B,
it
honey.
if we want to.
Okay, so now, so wait a minute. That done put just a whole new spin on this cheating thing, honey. Because I'm looking at it from that military perspective. Because if you've been in the military under these damn little laws and articles and shit and carrying on, by the time you come home and trying to get back into the groove of things or whatever the case may be, and you trying to go and fluff and become pizzazz and this, that, and other, and it ain't happening here. And you decide to exercise your right as a citizen, as a free man, to go out, to go
Make sure you all
get
way out. You can't be in
somebody
the
who
reserves
say,
either.
grab me by the back of my throat. And this, that, and the other. Is that what that is? Is that part of the reason
No, don't nobody follow that stuff.
man, I'm gonna tell you.
Nobody
Listen to what
follows
Nikki's
it.
saying. I'm gonna tell you. Really, I didn't pay that no attention because I'm talking about if you go down there and check my Virginia DNA, bro, I'm talking about I'm spine cracking and doggone splitting you wide open and knocking your throat back. You know what I'm saying? I was a young wild dude.
Only a bitter
Nobody care about the
person will
articles.
say something
Who
about
in
it.
the room with you? Did they take it to the hotel with you?
Right.
Did they take it to the hotel with you?
Right. Well, okay. I'm
Do
just.
you got pictures?
Make sure it's mine, not the alien.
Listen, well, in this day and age, everybody, they got OnlyFans pages and
Let
shit
me
now. So
let me tell you something, Meech. Let me tell you something, Meech. When I was wild styling down there in the military,
Yeah, he was wild styling.
when I was wild styling down in the military, I'm gonna tell you what I was doing.
Which
100. I would literally go check into the gym or go check into go somewhere and be seen somewhere else and dip off and do my hotel thing, and then I would go back to where I was doggone checked in. So when I sign into that gym, I don't sign out. I go somewhere, do my hotel thing, come back to the gym, and then I sign out. It look like I've been there the whole time.
okay, I got that. So basically, all of that was while you were on military property.
That's why.
Denise just said she used to do that at LA Fitness. She's supposed to be at work. Look, when you're supposed to be at work, she be at Barnes and Nobles reading books and all kinds of shit.
Who you talking about?
Cole.
Cole can't read.
Yeah, you finished it? Cole's reading a book. Well, she just finished it. A book called "Get Your Shit Together."
I'm gonna give it to you, Red.
I know it got all the pictures in it.
No, they ain't got not one person.
He said, "Not even the title page." I hate you.
So now, wait a minute, Raymond, I came up in here. Raymond, I want you to stay with us, darling, because see, I'm talking about you because this is a piggyback from another day. Because he was over on Tia Talks, and he was a lot of his discussion was about when he was a young man and carrying on, and he had said, "When I was a young man, I was a woman's."
Crazy joke.
Oh, sorry, we wasn't supposed to be there. I was listening though. When he was
No, he titty jiggling, honey. I'm like, okay, you shimmying.
shimmying. Uncle Me said Uncle Red shimmying.
He's shimmying. Okay, yeah, wait a minute. I got mine too. Shit, we can shimmy together. Hey.
Let's all do come on, cupcake.
Oh, we could all. Okay. Oh, God damn it, what? Shit. Okay. What?
I really believe that.
What's wrong with y'all? You now tell us what Raymond has said. What Raymond has said.
Okay.
This show gonna go left.
But what he said was that, and his ideology was that if he was stepping outside of what he was in to get something that wasn't being given in the relationship, he didn't consider that cheating.
But do you ask for that first? And then
now he did say this. I don't know if he asked for it first, but what happened was he said he would go and there would be a conversation and say, listen, I would like to . and Miss Thing wouldn't do it. Okay, you know, he would wait a little minute. She would not acquiesce or acknowledge this or another. And so it became to a point where he said, fuck it, I'm going here. He also admitted to the fact that there were times where the relationship was on point. He had the 90. But
okay, but do you think that's effective if you have a direct approach like that with a woman?
I believe I do.
Okay,
I do.
Let's test your theory.
Uh-huh.
Naomi,
The provider one is
hold on. I know you got a Brazilian butt lift, right? But I would like you to lift up a Brazilian with me. Do you mind?
No.
You said what?
No. Why would we need a Brazilian? I just gave you a butt lift. They got the same butt they got.
But no, yours speak English.
This motherfucker said yours speak English. Stop.
Yeah, listen. I'm not doing this with your ass today.
This, you know what?
I told you, for anybody in the audience, wherever y'all watching, sorry, not sorry. No, I can answer because, but see, I always got to take responsibility for my shit, right? Okay. Remember, I've always said like husband number 2 and husband number 3. I didn't really love them like I love dumbass, right?
That was number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like number 3 was like really hypersexual.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 was like this. Right. Okay.
And I can honestly say that he tried to bring it down for me.
So right here?
A little bit.
All right.
But
sure everybody understands.
I know that he was a total like super freak. I'm not doing that super freaky gutter snipe shit. I'm not. So,
but can you say this, Nikki, as a person, because of your height? Do you think everything that y'all did was on the down low?
Fuck you. Sorry, wait, is Pastor in there? Is Pastor Kennedy and First Lady in there? You set me up. You get on my nerves. Happy birthday, Pastor. You get on my nerves.
Dirty mouth.
I don't even say the F word that much. You make me sick.
No.
But I can honestly say that had he cheated, he did. Like when I moved to Georgia, we were still married, and I told him, "Listen, I know how you are. So if you do whatever you do, I really don't care. Just don't make me be embarrassed." I said that. But when I was there, it was like I'm not sure if I would have been mad if he would have cheated. Because I know that I was not going to do some of that nasty trifling ass. Like he's super freak, like porno super freak.
Oh, he eat the butt outside the house and come home and drink out your glass.
I wish he would. He wouldn't.
But how do you know he haven't? He might have had butt lift.
Because he stayed up under my ass too damn much. He didn't never what we was always together.
That's interesting.
But like I said, so me honestly, as a woman, if I know that I'm married somebody that
what they say on the bottom.
Super hypersexual like that, and I'm not, right? He tried to bring his down. I tried to bring mine up, but I'm sure his sexual desires was probably still way more, wanted way more than I could give, right? So I don't think that I would have been mad. That's why, like, even though when we were still trying to figure it out when I came down here, I told him, listen, I'm not going to be mad. Just don't embarrass me. Well, you know, there are sometimes some direct approaches, but I think it's all in the people. And that comes from not doing what you should have did before you got married. You understand what I'm saying?
I believe in premarital counseling with somebody that's certified.
Right. And this is the thing. Like, this is somebody I've known since I was a kid. And for me, we were both expecting something different from each other. He still was expecting 15, 16-year-old me, right? And I'm expecting, oh, you know, you this big hard, like, you know what I mean? You're tall, you're hard, you's a chef, but you still can make calls in the streets and stuff like that. So I'm thinking you don't want to be all lovey-dovey and all that kind of stuff, because I ain't that lovey-dovey, clingy person. And we were both wrong. I wasn't that young
when you
girl
were younger, when
you
was young, when y'all started, when you started, was you like that? Was you loving and showing more affection than you were when you were?
I ain't never been lovey-dovey.
So you just straight to the back seat and I hollered at you.
No, I just ain't never been I don't like to be all hugged up. In certain ways, I don't like to be I mean, this is all stuff that I've since still going through counseling and stuff about. However, he just thought I was.
You don't like to be touched.
In certain ways, I don't like to be touched.
You need to get 2 of them helmets from doggone that movie.
What the hell up? It's still stuff that I had to work through back then. But you know, like when we was teenagers, we wasn't having sex when we was teenagers.
Why not?
Because I wasn't fucking. Not
what?
Because I wasn't fucking, but not.
Oh, you was a good girl.
It wasn't that I was a good girl. Remember,
so you was then.
I was abused for a long time. Well into my teens. So it was stuff. You know what I'm saying? So all he knew was the fun Nikki that he saw outside. And I guess he probably thought that I was like everybody else when it got to the being in the bedroom or something. It wasn't like that. And then, like I said, I thought he all tough, thug without, and he needy as shit. So
those the people that display that in the streets, that hard thug thing.
Right.
When behind closed doors with their significant other, they want to be coddled and tender and rubbed like a rose petal.
I know. And this is how I know that I may not have loved him in the right way, but I know that I love him. Y'all, anybody ever heard, even my grandbaby, I don't like feet to save my life. Touch me with your feet, you might die.
But see, Nikki, there's a right and a wrong way to love somebody.
I know.
Right.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. I knew, that's why I say I always take responsibility for the parts that I played and things that I did.
But it sounds twisted to me.
How?
Because nobody's going to even pay attention to that.
Nobody not going to pay attention to what?
Nobody.
What you mean?
What you doing? Like, it's the things you're going. It's like somebody say, I give all my love to you, but you got them twisted. And nobody's going to go for that.
I don't know.
Wait a minute, because now you lost me. Wait a minute.
Oh, I was having a Keith Sweat moment. I'm sorry. Look, what I was saying is,
he's so stupid. He get on my nerves. Nobody, and then you got me twisted. He was doing Keith Sweat. He gets on my goddamn nerves.
It's just to understand, because if you're on a dry spell now, right, and you started out on a dry spell,
I don't call it a dry spell. I call it me taking the time to actually get to know who I am, what I really want, and to be a whole person before I try to be with somebody else. I wasn't whole because I didn't work on myself back then.
So when did you have time to have babies? Like, who got up in there?
Brian.
I'm saying, was you mad? Like, did he just take it, or was you?
I loved Brian. I'd do any damn. I used to do I do all that shit for him.
Oh, so you pick and choose who you busted up before. I like that about you. I like that about you.
That before.
That shows you have character.
You stupid.
You know what? You being an ass because
I said
you being a real ass right about now.
Right. Like, if I'm all in love with them, I'm going to give because you're going to bring something out of me.
But I want to bring it out of you, Nikki, because I need you to speak on how you feel emotionally about men. And if you don't, every time you say something about yourself, you don't like to be touched here, you don't like this, you don't like that. What do you like? What makes that tiger stand up and go, "Urgh"? Wait,
None of your damn business.
Wait a minute. Before you answer that. Because she's told us that on many different occasions. She's told us that on many occasions.
The rabbit? What?
That when the right man is there, you know, she loves a confident man. She loves a man that knows how to take care of business, but someone who was not all clingy and stuff up on her. She likes a man who will be a king at the house because she don't like always being the one I'm an alpha female, but I know how to step back from my man. But if he being an ass and I got to take over everything, I don't need that kind of man.
Yeah, I don't need that shit.
She done said that on many occasions.
I don't want to be a man at home.
So you need a man. You need a man named Babatunde from the Ozabwe tribe that can doggone throw your legs up and hit you from across the room without touching you.
If I love him, hell yeah.
You're so goddamn dumb.
So you need a three-legged man.
Maybe.
Okay.
And I can't have no more kids, baby. It's to the moon and back. What you talking about?
I hope he can swim.
He better, because his ass gonna drown. Flotation devices over here, baby.
Hey,
that sounds like a Coach commercial, baby. How you getting to work? Backstroke. Okay, backstroke and matrix on his motherfucking ass. That's right.
Hey, he better be able to swim like, what's that boy in the Olympics? The boy that always wins the swim pool.
And I always wondered though, if you had a woman that was promiscuously moist and she had excreted a bunch of stuff, and somebody actually didn't know how to swim and they drowned, like, is that murder?
Oh my God.
He the passion.
Hey, that lady went to jail was sitting on her husband's face.
I don't think she had no business sitting on nobody's chair.
And that was murder though.
Huh?
There's a woman went to jail for sitting on her husband's face.
Yeah. He drowned him
and murdered him.
He couldn't breathe.
She suffocated him.
She rolled him to death.
Oh my God, child, my God. Sometimes when you gotta tap out, but okay, wait a minute.
Tap out, like, damn.
She
I guess
probably had diabetes and couldn't feel it.
No. Sometimes no. When it get good,
but was it?
Listen, when it get good and carrying on, honey, there are moments out to where they call themselves trying to go deeper, and it's like, wait a minute, hold up, and so you got
we talking about his face.
Yeah, we ain't talking about.
Yeah,
We're not talking about David.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, Damon, go ahead.
I know what I'm saying. Shit, I'd have been suffocated a million times. I had to shit, a bitch asthmatic too.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. Explain. I'm not worthy.
He said it ain't Sunday, but he said what he said. You heard what?
Wait a minute. In the pronounce of the rainbow children, let me clutch my pearls. Okay, go ahead.
You better.
Yo.
Trying to get back on topic. I think people.
Yeah, hey, you heard Nikki. She want to get back on top. Go ahead.
What? Stupid. No. I believe that it might go down as manslaughter because most of the time that kind of stuff is done in the heat of passion.
Is that recent?
And carrying on. So
how recent was that?
Kind of like how those Black Widows are and stuff, when they kill their husbands and things during sex, had a heart attack or whatever the case may be.
No, this nigga couldn't breathe.
So he drowned.
She was too busy doing the man's face.
Okay.
That's not funny.
You the one over there laughing.
That's not funny.
Should have said no.
Well, he went out on a good note. Father's Day.
He went out with a
You know what?
Hey, you know what though?
Beta males are okay. Beta male, because me and Meech did a show that time when we broke down. Well, actually, I think it was a Zeta male. We broke down what all of that stuff actually meant, and the alpha male was not the one.
But you got to remember this, Nikki. It ain't that bad, you know what I'm saying? Because it was something going on where she got loose. That way you have somebody going and coming at the same time. So it's like,
You know what? I blame him.
Pastor,
You know what? The thing
I
of
hope
it is,
you over there
see,
praying, Pastor. Just pray him through.
it's his setup. It's his motherfucking setup because he comes in like he's finna go say some real deep shit,
and he
right?
does every time,
And
we
then
be
he
like,
gets to right there and then slide the little zinger up in.
every time, because it be looking real good. He look like he about to say something really profound, and you like, yeah, come on, Red.
You like,
And he get us every time.
Say the real
Every damn time.
Right.
Hey, they can say that again.
Okay.
Yeah, Red. Say that again.
No.
Do your hands like this.
Nope. That's a no.
Listen, okay. Buck done came up. Buck, I got to call you because you've been in my spirit lately. You've been in my spirit lately, honey, and yeah, I got to make sure that everything is copacetic over there.
Is that EB?
Okay.
Yes, it is.
That's EB.
EB, baby, what's up?
Okay. Okay.
We don't.
But here's the thing, Buck. I want you to put your 2 cents up in here too, because we're talking about cheating and carrying on, and whether or not is it a thing of the past? Is it old and archaic as far as how we are dealing with what it is? Is it the fact that do we have expectations that are unrealistic? You know, because one of the things that we have to look at is that, and when we had the doctor on the other day, the male body, men have to ejaculate. That's what we do to regulate our system. The same way that women go through their period once a month, the man have to ejaculate that. Now, I don't know what the science is or how many times, but that there is how our bodies regulate our hormones. Okay, so that may explain why we have such a high sex drive or whatever, because we're constantly having to release to reset.
So when you got that, he said they got ejaculation is part of our cycle.
Yeah.
So if you're a male figure, let's say figuratively, you don't have a partner. So then that's when masturbation comes in. Now, is masturbation considered a sin?
I was going to ask y'all that.
You know what? And when I was studying up under Jehovah's Witnesses faith, they sit up there and I don't. No, I didn't know. I did not go into field service, honey. I was not doing all that. They were trying to get me to that particular point, but I wasn't going to do all that.
I just slammed the door.
On my foot, because I had a big foot. And then I talk with my hands, honey, so they wouldn't have believed me. They thought I was fraudulent. Okay, how this sissy gonna be up in here trying to tell me about the Bible?
I heard
this
a lot
has been
of
the 80s.
religions say that masturbation is supposed to be a sin, but like you said, if somebody doesn't have a partner, and that's
hold on. Wait a minute. The reason why it's a sin because it was said that a man is not supposed to spill his seed upon the ground.
Now that's in Islam too. That is an Islamic law.
That's what the sin is.
So he's not supposed. So what if he put it?
Okay, a man is not supposed to spill his seed upon the ground. So if a man doesn't have a partner and he's jacking off or whatever, then where is the seed going? Because remember, that's supposed to be for procreation. That's life. So it's supposed to be deposited.
Okay, so if that's the case, and they say most of the liquid that is ejaculated or spewed from the male body is made up of a high content of protein, right?
Oh, geez.
So put it in a cup and put it in your plants.
Here you go.
No, you can be a botanist. You can put it in your plants to help your plants grow.
Now that could be, but you're not supposed to spill it in the dirt. If it's spilling in the dirt, that's in your plants. That's the dirt.
But you making something grow. You bringing life.
But remember, honey, we talking about at a time where science is not what we know it to be today, honey.
Right.
So where we have these kind of answers. You're talking about a book that was written over how many years ago?
It's confusing because well, you know what? I guess to punish you, I've heard of people putting themselves in the hospital, like when they stroking themselves and then they go into a stroke, like you stroke out. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, so it's the same. Also, you're supposed to steal your stuff on the dirt. What about these folks that's going to hospital getting their stomach pumped?
Oh, yeah, they just brought it up.
What happened?
These children that's getting their stomach pumped because they done had entirely too much.
Yeah, they've ingested. Well,
Swallowing babies.
I don't know.
Yeah, they swallowed the babies.
Oh.
Well, it's supposed
What
to be
they get your stomach pump for? You swallowed it. You must have wanted it.
Yeah, but it wasn't meant for you because you were.
You know what? I'm starting to look at a 360-degree realm of life, no matter what it is when it comes to it, because I've learned something from my spiritual people that, my mentors, we are nothing but dirt, right? And
right.
If you spill that into somebody's throat and they swallow it, you really sinning because you done put it in dirt once again.
I'm gonna try that conversation.
I heard that train on them tracks. I heard that train on them tracks. You hear me?
You do not want me to get on that track. Keep me off that track.
But it's supposed to be.
But I'm trying. I'm
with a pastor. You supposed to be gotten is crazy.
I'm saying about the 360-degree realm of life. No matter how you look at things, they always end up back at the truth.
Back at the dirt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Okay, but there was certain ash, and dust that belong to you. Can't be.
Okay, well, what about if you put it in one of those dishes down at the clinic and they pay you for it and they use it to bring life?
Listen, again.
Yeah,
all of this stuff that you bringing up, child, is newfound things, which is why folks will sit down there and argue about what text and what we have known to be traditional teachings to be archaic and barbaric at this particular point, because it's not making sense. And a lot of folks who want to stand by those particular laws, now you see where the problem is, why everybody want to throw their hands up with spirituality and this, that, and the other, because there is no balance anywhere. We're trying to make a sense of how I'm living my life.
Exactly.
You telling me to follow this?
I'm finna tell our age now, because we come from the era of and excuse me, Ken, you know what I'm saying, on the clock, but we come from an era where, well, why you talking about it? Ken's era started this mess. Look, we come from the era of what they used to call it. Oh, my uncles used to talk about grinding. Young couples used to sneak off of these little dark basement parties, and they grinding until somebody doggone excretes in their pants.
Right. Right.
Terminology was slow dragging, but
slow dragging, but grinding. Yeah, slow dragging.
I think it
turned
was
to grinding.
No, but slow dragging is
slow dragging and grinding. That was the blue lights in the basement, baby.
Yeah, I was
there you go. Somebody else showing their
slow dancing, but grinding is a little
everybody
bit.
pull out their ID.
Grinding a little bit rougher than the slow dragging.
If I say one thing, and I say it honestly, first of all and foremost, sex was a gift given by God to married people. The biggest problem we're having with that is that the gift has been abused. So when you go out here and you're not married and you're having sex with any and every one, what people don't understand is when you read your scripture, you're having sex, you're transferring spirits from one person to the next. So that person is a person who has sex with a person who does not really want to have sex. What spirit have you just picked up? You are not
number one, and then number two. Number two, what we have to also realize is that, child, the way how we see marriage now, we see marriage as a whole ceremony where a piece of paper says that we are. But honey, in the realms of everything else, to have sex with someone is marriage.
Well, the thing about it is, if it is marriage, young people don't redefined it. They say poly. Tell me, do you know what that means?
Hello. And that's what we always have to explain.
Saying that's gotten
poly
to the point
is way different than polygamy.
Serious.
Those are two totally different things. The kids are practicing poly, but poly and polygamy are two totally different things.
Right. Not really, because when you stand up and say,
they are, Pastor.
No, you got to think about it for a minute. I went on a call. Remember what I do for a living. When I went on the call, I wound up finding out that it was a three-way relationship that all three agreed to.
Right,
One was a
that's
man,
right.
two was a woman. Okay, they also have small kids. So the thing about it is that younger people, which is the millenniums, have a different definition compared to what we feel it is. So when we feel that it is something else different, they have redefined.
They redefined it, Nikki.
No, but what I'm saying is this: polygamy is having more than one wife. The man is allowed to, if the first wife agrees, y'all know I grew up in this, I was born into this. If the first wife agrees and he has more than one wife or whatever, they all know it. And in Islam, they live in different houses. Okay. Poly is when they have more than one partner, but they be all intertwined together.
Right. They all
in the same
house, and the girls don't mind being with the girls and stuff like that. Those are two different things.
That's right.
But all of it is still wrong.
Yeah.
In God's eyes,
it's really two women that want a man in between.
I don't know, but in the Old Testament and stuff, they was married to more than one wife.
They pretty much were, but they were still in disobedience to God's word. You can say it, but the thing about it is God did not condone it. The reason that, but you know, the real reason that he did allow it, and he didn't even do that. There were so many wars that so many men were being killed and women were being reverted back to what? Think for a minute. We're going to slow it down on one pace. When they had war, they killed off a lot of men, a lot of them. God did not agree with a lot of that as far as men having a lot of wives, because the confusion kicked in. And if you read about Solomon, what did Solomon's wives make him do? Turn his back against God. He started worshiping their gods, which got him in a whole lot of trouble.
But
there are a lot of different women right now.
Different faiths and stuff too, because I was sitting here because it's almost April 1st is Ramadan, and y'all already know I do not conform to any mainstream thing anymore. I'm just spiritual. I love God, and I'm going to love him. As long as I wake up and try to be a better person every day, that's what we're doing. But there are still some things that I do when it comes to like Judaism and Islam and stuff like that. There are still things that I do. Like I might still do Passover, or like this year, because Ramadan is coming up. When it's Ramadan, you're supposed to read the Quran from cover to cover during those 6 weeks. So I started listening the other night, and I had almost forgot that when you first start reading the first few surahs, they're still talking about, you know, I'm still the God of Abraham. I'm still the God of Moses. I'm still the God. You know what I'm saying? But people forget that when they only read one book, that there were other things going on in other places, and everybody did not worship the same. Not saying that there was more than one God, because like in the Quran, the Quran is going to tell you, like, I'm still God Almighty. I'm God of this, that, and a third of all the other things that we know. But there are still things you think about in the Bible where they might speak on the Hittites or something for like real quick, and then they'll say nothing about them no more. Or like when he told Hagar, don't cry because I'm gonna create you a great nation. There was a whole nother situation that happened. So there were other things going on. And I think sometimes we fail to realize that there are some differences in the way people believe. And when we talk, we always assume that everybody believes that one way.
I like that. I think the biggest thing, because I don't really want to go that deep, but if we have to, we can. The whole deception from Satan was to create a lot of different religions to take your eyes and your focus off of Jesus Christ. That was his whole job. Matter of fact, he is an expert at it. He's had 5,000 to 6,000 years of being able to deceive us and get us to believe whatever he wants us to believe. So as long as I can take a part of the Bible and start another part of a religion and get you to believe that's what it is, he's completely done his job. But if I stand up and look and understand that every religion that's out here, it's a difference between religion, and it's a difference between tradition and what we're looking at. This is why I tell people up front, I don't push religion on anyone. Right. My faith and my belief is I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I surrendered to him. But I understood, because I used to be a Muslim, that as you get to a point that you are taught, you begin to see that different religions come from that Bible. That Bible's been around for a long time, so has the Quran. But the thing about it is, if I take an essence from that, I can start a religion from anything.
Yeah, that's true.
What we worship calls. But the thing about it is, I can take a part of the Bible and twist it any kind of way I want to. But if I do it the way God designed it, just like marriage, when y'all saying why men cheat for one reason. If I have no relationship with Christ, and then a lot of people holler out, I got a relationship with Jesus. No, you don't. Because if you go out here and cheat on your wife, you're a liar. And the thing about it is, they say, well, you know, my wife not giving me enough. Well, let me ask a question. Here's the thing. What is the real reason? Why did you really marry your wife? Did you marry her to be a sex partner? Or did you really marry her for her to be your helpmeet as God designed it? See, right now, my wife is my neck. This is my head.
Right.
I can't turn my head without my neck.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So if I don't understand that, and I start thinking that my wife is my sex object, she's not my sex object. This is my partner. This is who walks beside me. We walk together. I don't walk in front. She don't walk in the back. We both do one thing, and we put God first to make this marriage work and to be effective for God.
Okay, let me press pause. Let me press pause right there, because see, this is finna get deep. This is finna get deep.
I want to need some barbecue tips.
Yeah, Marie.
You started this, damn it. So come on. You can suck on the bone and do this.
Hey, I knew you were gonna get me.
You started this. Okay, because everything that you just said, okay, that's cute. Because that there is a subjective point of view. One of the things that we have to understand is that everything that you just said is coming from a subjective place. Relationship is relationship. Now, we can't sit down and we can criticize it, because it may not look like what we think relationship with God is supposed to be. And we can criticize it because by their walk, you remember, everything in the tradition teaches that your fruit, your tree will bear fruit. Okay, so I don't give a damn what your mouth is saying, honey. Your walk is going to show me what it is that you believe or don't believe in this, that, and the other.
I agree.
When it comes down to relationships and cheating, what we said earlier is all about being honest. If you have not sat down here and been honest from the jump about what it is that you like, you do, and this, that, and the other, the relationship is not going to last. In tradition, it says that you are unevenly yoked. But as you said, if I'm looking at my wife to be my helpmeet, then why is it that a lot of time when we go into counseling, when we go into here, and there's problems in the bedroom, that we don't get that necessarily answered or talked about in a way that's going to make sense? Because oftentimes we get a lot of rigmarole and things about, well, because y'all are joined, honey, y'all are one flesh, so you can't withhold sex from your husband because you're mad at him, honey. You're not supposed to deny your husband, and this, that, and the other. So we get into all this biblical shit about something that now becomes.
Because now I'm supposed to, I gotta give it to you.
And what happens is, it becomes something that I don't think that we look at truthfully, because instead of trying to intertwine it, either we're going to give one side of it to sit up there and tell them what thus said the Bible, or we go completely carnal and then forget about any kind of spiritual development in the whole thing about the marriage. So where is that disconnect? Because when a man I'm not gonna say a man, I'm just gonna say when people go out to cheat, something in there is that either I'm not getting what I need at home, I was not honest from the jump, because I'm not a monogamous person. If you are not a monogamous person, knowing that you're not ready to settle down with one person or whatever, and honor the commitment.
Right.
See, that's the part. If you are not ready to honor the commitment that come out your mouth when you say I do, then all of the premise of everything is a lie.
Right.
Okay, it is a lie. And that's where a lot of it come into play, because a lot of folks I got friends that carrying on. They sit up here, they go through the motions. Oh my God, he cheated on me. He cheated on me. But Miss Thing, what have you done at home? But he said he like this and I don't like that. Have y'all had a conversation about it? Well, see, if you ain't talked about it, then Miss Thing, did you giving him carte blanche to go do what he wants to do? And then under the guise of saying, oh, well, men gonna be men. We get that from my grandmamas that carrying on, because they stayed in the marriage when they knew Big Daddy was going out doing his thing. They stayed.
Because that's what my grandmother told me to
but
do.
Times were different because women wasn't in the workplace. She wasn't in control of the finances or whatever. So she was relying on him to take care of the house. Okay. So we had different times. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to interject two things. And I see where you're coming from. And I'm going to say this. The most powerful thing that I like, and I like what you said, because everything is a choice. Am I correct? Everything's a choice. You can make a decision on whatever you want to do in life, right? But my thing is this, premarital, I believe premarital marriage counseling should be done. But even then, men got to have it. I got to be straight up real. Men will stand up there and lie, and women will lie even in the counseling session.
Right.
And instead of them saying, well, I just don't believe, because the Bible says your body is not your own. Give what is just due. But if your wife is sickly and you know that, yet you still marry her, let's say she gets sick after the marriage situation where she can't have sex. So basically what you're saying is that you married her for sex in the first place. That's the only reason. So now she no longer can perform. What happens? Well, I got to
you know what? That's real good.
Let me interject right here.
That's
that's
real good
one
right
of the
there.
reasons, like when it came to Islam and Judaism and stuff like that, if you were taking, hey Coach V, if you were taking more than one wife, it wasn't supposed to be just because I ain't got nothing else better to do and she looked good, so I'm gonna get her. It was supposed to be if your first wife couldn't bear kids, you might not have known that. Right? So then y'all talk it over. She say yes, you can have another wife, blah, 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 blah. Or like you said, she might get sickly. So now if she was a housewife, who's going to perform these duties and stuff like that? That's what that was supposed to be set up for that. And that was the way we learned. Because there's another thing too, for people that's watching, when they talk about like people that are Black and Muslim, most of the time people think of the Nation of Islam. Understand that Elijah Muhammad did not teach real Islamic laws and stuff, because his focus was on us getting together as Black people. So we didn't get all of the actual religion, because we got to understand that Judaism and Islam was here before Christianity, before Jesus was ever born, because they tell us Jesus was a Jew. So we take all of these different things, and I think as it goes on, time go on, and people just twist it however they want. Then it got to be, oh, a man can have as many wives as he can afford. Why? Because I know I was brought up to believe it was only supposed to be for certain reasons. And even when I was younger, I always knew that that wasn't something that I wanted. I understood it. I definitely understood it, but I didn't want it. Like now, when I laugh and joke with them all the time, I say, now, at the age that I am now, I'd probably be like, oh, yeah, sure. You can have another wife. I ain't got time. And I don't listen, because the way, like, if you got two wives, it's right. It's like 3 days. It rotates. So it'll be like 3 days with her, 3 days with her, and go around again. And everybody's days. Listen, I be calling. Listen, girl, he done got on my nerves. I ain't cook him nothing to eat before he left, so he on his way to your house. Girl, I'm mad. And that's what I say about the kids when they say they have all these relationships in the house. And this is how petty I am. I think the older I get, the petty I get. If we got more than one relationship going on in the house, when I'm mad, girl, you supposed to be my sister wife. We mad. So if I'm mad at him, we mad at him. You can't give him none of that. But it's girl, he got on my nerves, but I don't really want him to suffer. So he on his way to your house.
Cookies don't go in the safe.
Well, let me shoot one, and my thing is, and I always like to do this, we have gotten so far away from the way we were raised and what we were taught.
Yeah.
The best example I can give is that if my wife, and my wife has been sick before, I don't pressure my wife, and this is because basically the way I was taught. And a lot of it is because of the way I was raised, and I thank God for being who I am. But the most important thing was, my wife's sick, I clean up the whole house. She doesn't have to do that. See, it's a different definition, but about being a man. Being a man doesn't mean I'm going to have swinging low and hitting everything that goes around here.
Right,
Being a real man means accepting the responsibility that is given. Most people start saying, well, man, you don't understand. I got a cousin of mine that tells me all the time, we designed that we got to hit women. No, we're not designed. The devil is a lie. You're designed that you think that only thing you think with is the bottom instead of the top. That's why you're in the position you're in. So if God designed me to go beyond that point, can you see what I'm saying? In marriages are not perfect. God designed it. But the thing about it is, when sin got involved, when it was introduced, it disconnected a whole lot of things. And this is why God said, I'm designing something that says choice. You have the ability to do right or wrong. You can choose any direction you want to go in. But remember, this is one thing. God is a brilliant God. When you make that decision, be ready to live with the consequences.
Exactly.
That's why I tell people,
that
part right I say, hey, don't get mad at me. It's in the word. So when you get mad, I tell folks, I said, look, the most important thing I can tell you, if you're in a marriage, because like I said, I've learned this, because I am not going to tell you I was always saved. That's a bald-faced lie. I would never tell you that. I was probably the biggest sinner out here, and I wrote the book on it and sealed the chapter. That's why till this day, I'm surprised I'm a pastor.
He's the original pimping king.
Well, I got it too. You must be related to me. But the thing I'm telling you,
tell him, Pastor, because he need help.
The thing about it is that what I've learned to do over the period of time, even as a pastor, is to love more and to understand more and understand that we all, it's like a bridge we got to cross over together. There's some understanding all of us got to get.
Love is infinite. It's infinite. We can always make more.
We're consistently and constantly learning.
We're constantly learning, but here's where the question becomes, because it took you a minute to get to this particular place.
Yes, it did.
Okay, it took you time. So when we're talking about those who are looking at the world, because like I was talking about with Raymond on the other show, where he was saying that, in his 20s and stuff, I was a woman's worst nightmare, he said, because my relationship, I had the 90%, but I wanted the other 10, so I would go get it. But then he also said this, which I thought was very profound. At the time when he was in his 20s and he was out doing what he was doing in the streets and carrying on, the relationships that he had were with women who were really not wifey material. At all. They were in it for the coin, for what he could do for them. They were in it for all of that. So they were not willing to go the distance or to fulfill his needs. So he went out being a young man and being somebody who was very transient. I got a little fling right here, but it's gonna last until I say I'm done with it. But this gonna be main squeeze number one. But I got her. As long as I keep her hair done, her nails done, and she's gonna be happy.
Right. But that's the thing.
I'm gonna go over here and see this girl
and stuff like
because
that,
I know
that demanding more. When the women are not expecting or demanding more respect and what it takes to be able to be in a relationship, then that's what they're gonna do, because they ask me for no more. And if he's not a mature person, he like, all she need, like, it's always a running joke about us in Philly. They say, as long as you can buy her some crab legs, get her hair done, get her nails done.
You in, right.
And $40 every time she calls. And that's why you see that little meme that say, I got my own house, I got my own car, and I don't need your little funky $40. Lower your tone.
Okay.
But
a lot of this.
Do you think
a lot of this?
You don't think it's a lack of people not teaching the younger generation, I think it's more of there's so much more out here than any of us were ever able to access back in the day, right?
I think my brother wants to step into this one because you don't woke him up over in this corner.
Oh Jesus. Father,
Well,
fix it.
Okay, first and foremost, you are absolutely correct.
Oh,
okay.
I'm about
And
to pass
I'm gonna
out.
say you're absolutely correct because the millennium man-child don't have what we had.
Right.
We don't have like when we was coming up, I can look at my grandfather and look how he treated my grandmother and see the strength in black love marriage. See what the principle's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we did, and we also didn't get to see when they cheated and stuff either, because they.
But we saw the representation
right.
of a provider and what
right.
a man is in the household.
Mm-hmm.
Ray and them didn't have that.
Nope.
They don't have a clue what it is. All
and
they
see everything on the internet. Everything is the internet.
If all you see is your mama busting her back to pay the bills, that means you're gonna go out and get you another mama that you can sleep on to bust her back and pay the bills.
Pay the bills.
You feel me?
Y'all see that guy? This is really important. And I meant to send you that clip the other night, but Misha, I must have been looking at it in the middle of the night. This little boy was turning 16 years old. And I don't know if the father was just not in their life or he passed away. I think he might have passed away. This mother bought her son 3 properties.
That's 2 different sides of people.
2 that she had already set up, that was nice houses or whatever, with tenants and stuff already in it, so that his income is already coming in. 16. The third one, they gave him a check so that he could put into it, and he, with his hands and the uncles and stuff, go fix that one up.
Right.
That's going to be the one that he wants. Now, I thought that was so beautiful, but it was like I was seeing double sides of it. Like, okay, but if you did this for him, is he going to work for it? Is he going to work for the rest? You know, you never know. But I thought that was an amazing gift because she's giving him the gift of real estate so that he can keep it going. But my thought kept running to, Lord, please let that young man have somebody or have her staying in his head to keep his head focused on how to go further with it. You know what I'm saying? Because while we out here buying the 10 pairs of Jordans, trying to have the best Sweet 16, and then you broke the next day, your kid broke the next day, everybody flying, everybody broke. What do we do?
You know what? Now, I have not seen that, but in listening to you, here is where I am with it. And yes, that's wonderful and it's glorious because she's giving him the gift of entrepreneurship. But at the same time, as a single mother, you said the father was probably had passed away or so.
I believe
who were the other men in his life that were going to instill some of the other values?
Right.
Because see here, at the age of 16, y'all hear me say this all the time, a woman can't raise no man.
Period.
She could raise a gentleman, she could raise a lovely human being, he could have all the manners and carry it on. He could be a wonderful somebody. But a woman can't raise no man. Okay? And a man can't raise no woman. Okay?
Because the kid, they need both.
They need both. But if the father is not in the house, this is why with single mothers and carrying on, y'all heard me say this before. If the father is not present, then it is your responsibility to make sure you have someone that you approve to take on and mentor your child. Look at the men that
don't mean that he shouldn't be, unless he's refusing to be a father or gone or
unless he refuses. Exactly.
Because
right. You know what, Nikki,
let me finish, Mayor. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You cannot make your kids' relationship be your relationship.
Exactly.
You cannot do that.
Right.
That's the one thing that I would never do. I never did that because I believe when we had that tiff last week when I told you, and Brian tried to say, well, your mom kept you away from her. And my daughter said, no, she did not. She said, my mom only told us one time not to call you. And it was because of something that you had broke our heart about. And she broke down and cried. And she just was at her limit. Keisha went off and said, my mom has never, ever said one bad thing about you.
But I also
I
need
always
women.
believe that.
I need women to hear this. Stop blocking that man that God sends you to fill the space of that nothing man.
That part.
Say that.
That part.
Stop it.
That part.
Say that.
That part.
Stop it. This man is coming along and wants to be a father to a child that's not his own.
Mm-hmm.
Cupcake is on the line.
Hey, boo.
Okay, listen. To all these women out here on that, because that subject that y'all just brought up, that hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And my spirit is telling me, let me tell y'all something. I went through that. Okay. I went through all of that mess with Diamond and Jada Daddy talking about, you kept my kids. No. I'm gonna tell y'all how this went down. I literally got into physical fights with my grandmother, and I knew I was wrong, to make sure that your kids were able to see you. Now, what you did upon that is on you. But I've never said anything negative about this man to his kids. I let them grow up to figure out what type of person
for themselves. That's right.
Right. And like I said, because their relationship with them might not be the same crazy one that we had.
Exactly.
And I never wanted that to be.
And you know what? Me and him were always on good terms until he crossed that line and I had to check him. But in the day, I kept having to tell you, I don't care how many times that somebody told you that you can't come to their house. If you gonna love your kids, there is nothing in the world that's gonna stop you. If somebody say, you can't come see them, you gonna make it your business to come see your kids.
And Cupcake, I always said this: if my kids wasn't welcome, then I'm not welcome.
Right.
And that's how I feel. But
if you need somebody that say, you can't bring your kids over here, then why are you there?
And you know what? And as I said, like people, and as my husband was saying, stop not allowing a good man to come into your life. Because if he's going for you, he's going for those kids. If he cares for you, he's going for them. If that man can't respect you or them kids, he is not the one. But don't block your blessings to allow somebody else to come in and step in and play the role. He might not be their dad, but at the end of the day, that's their father. Okay, because Diamond, I had to go through some stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? And she had a lot of built up frustration because of her dad. And we had to literally go down and dissect that for her to understand, hey, this man right here may not have physically birthed you, but that's your dad. And she's starting to understand that. So I'm asking, like, women out here, like, y'all stop. If you are and you hollering, how I want a man, all this other stuff, don't let none of that dictate that, because you will miss your blessing.
Let me add a proviso in there too. Well, an addendum, not a proviso. And there's an addendum, and that's the flip side of that coin. Do not let dick blindside you, bitch.
There you go. There you go.
And the reason why I say that is because oftentimes the man will come up in there with good intentions, but you get lost because the sex was good, but he's not bringing anything else to the table but good sex. I can't stand that we have allowed this to be a part of our culture, where keeping it real means that you got this old stupid ass bum who wants to be a pimp, baller, shot caller, and all he giving you is sex. But all he doing is coming in, spending your food stamps that's supposed to be for your children. He barking orders because you gave him carte blanche to sit up there and be the man of the house. And yet he's sitting around smoking weed.
PS5.
Yeah, smoking weed and playing on the goddamn game. And you think it's cute because you got a man.
And that's where they gotta be careful. They gotta be careful. They gotta be careful with that.
And the kind of man that you have allowed in your house, that you have allowed this energy to come in, your children are watching how acceptable this is on many different levels. A boy is looking at this man and saying that, okay, this is how a man is supposed to treat a woman. Girls are looking like it as, okay, as a woman, this is how a man is supposed to treat me. Okay, these are the kind of men I'm supposed to get. Okay, and if you've ever paid attention to that kind of dynamic, look at how the brothers start treating their sisters in households like that.
Yeah.
See, that's why when I came along, I culture
Look at
Diamond
how
and
the
them.
brothers start to
You
treat their
hear me,
sisters
Meech?
He did.
in those kind of
Meech,
environments.
Meech, you hear me? When I came along, that's why I stepped up and
Yeah.
cultured them. I cultured Diamond and them into doggone expectations of what they expect. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, they never got out there and knew what the shrimp was and the lobster and all that. So I took them to that level. I enlightened their palate and what to expect. And if he can't do this for you, no, baby. Number one in McDonald's ain't gonna get it for you, boo.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
But see,
That's
she
why
learned
you
that.
teach kids that when they little.
She learned that, but Diamond learned that the hard way because she went out thinking that she found something, but it was another version of her dad. But that's a life lesson that she had to learn. And I never turned my back on her. You know, I was just like, hey, babe, you just gotta watch. You gotta be careful. And she finally let it sink in. So now she is saying, hey, I understand what's going on. I got myself out of this situation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to love myself and love God more and let my husband come along for me and my child.
Yeah, stop looking.
She stopped looking.
Because every time she went looking, she ended up in Dumpster Avenue.
So
and
she
what happens is you pick the same person with a different face.
Because it don't say she who finds a piece of mess finds a good thing. It say he who finds a wife.
But yeah, that's just my thing, because that really touched me. That really gets me, because I've been through that situation. And like I said, and recently, I haven't talked to this man and God knows for how long, but recently he has called and was like, hey, I got a question for you. Okay, because this one then got himself into another marriage. But you remember everything that you have done, because he has about 5 baby mamas. All his kids are by different women, okay?
He ain't took care of none of them.
They did nothing for none of them. But all of a sudden, you get married and you accepted her and her son. You have a problem with when the baby daddy comes back and you talking about, oh, he should have talked to me. Shouldn't you talk to my husband when he taking care of your kids too? That didn't make sense, but I let it go, because I said there's going to be a time when I'm going to sit down and have this conversation with him about certain stuff. But as how you done me when we were married, it turned around and came back around, because what you married, I got into a relationship with somebody that gave me a wolf in sheep clothing. You were out here hoeing around, and you found out that your wife was hoeing around and got pregnant and had an abortion without you knowing. That's that
wow.
Karma,
Every planted seed has a harvest time.
Yep. And I told him I don't do nothing for him but pray for him. Keep it pushing. I said, you know what you got to do. You know what we did. We was in California. You got that little inner person in you. Make it happen. Make it do what it do. There's nothing more, nothing less. I don't hate you. You gotta make your life do it. You gotta answer that. I can't answer for nothing for you. So I'm just like, if you're real. I'm whatever. Like, I'm here if you have any further questions. But like I said, when the time is right, and I feel like in my spirit that I can sit down and really just talk to him without being angry and upset, then I will have that conversation. So it's just something I have to keep praying on, because I'm a work in progress too. So I'm just gonna keep praying on it.
Everybody is.
I'm gonna pray on it, and then when that time comes, I'm gonna need him to sit down, and I'm gonna need him to listen, and I'm gonna need him to listen to how his kids feel, because that's important too. Because what you did, you came and enter their life, and then turn around and dog them out, and you're expecting them to be okay with that. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. But that's just my thing. I had to get on here. I'm sorry. That subject, it burns me up inside to see people like this to continuously be letting these roughnecks like dog them out when there's good men out here that don't have kids that's willing to take on that responsibility, because that's just what they looking for. Don't block. But
part of the problem part of that problem is that when we have allowed our culture to sit down, we done made songs about it. I need a roughneck. I need, we celebrate all of that, and we celebrate it because it's supposed to represent masculinity. See, that hard exterior that everybody claims that they want that is masculinity gone wrong, you know, or 2.0, because it's all the negative stuff. A lot of that street stuff that everybody claiming that they liking is what they end up accepting. Okay, but them street boys, honey, they are a piece of work, because a lot of them are hiding behind the guns, they hiding behind the drugs, they hiding behind the gangs.
They are broken
because they are missing something. They are all fragile and emotionally lost.
And you know what?
And so now,
this is why I'm getting excited for what we're doing, because that is the type of stuff that I want to do on my end. Like, I understand, because it's like, for the boys, it's okay that you may not feel that your dad was in your life, but listen, I have a listening ear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to reach them to teach them more than what they see, because this stuff on TV is all bull.
Exactly.
Bull. What you see is not what reality. Because when them people get off this video and they go home, they're very well educated people. Very educated. That jury fake. That they put it in the box.
And most of those rappers, not all of them, but most of them that's telling y'all to do them drugs, don't do
it's
them.
On loan, honey. That's what they get. They borrow it. They rent it for the show.
The jury is rented. The cars be rented.
The women are rented.
The women are rented.
Hello.
I'm just saying. So it's just
the tea with Big Meech. We rented.
I'm finna pass it back to y'all, brother, because that man right here needs Jesus about 5 different times. Okay, 5. I'm finna put the holy hands.
So you know,
get the oil.
I'm gonna get the oil.
Get the oil.
Yeah, get that oil. I'm kind of rusty anyway.
Wait a minute.
Slide some oil.
I knew this fool. I was trying. I heard this.
You can't be serious with him. Y'all know that.
Lord have mercy. So now, okay.
Oh wait, y'all. I didn't show it last week, I don't think. But you guys.
Okay.
We're passing them at.
Oh, okay.
Master of Business Administration. Marketing. Okay.
Congratulations.
Yes, Nikki, I'm right behind you, boo.
I hope so. Come on, boo. Let's get it. I feel like my uncle be singing to me. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay.
No stopping.
Okay.
No stopping.
So yeah. But I really wanted to tackle that and carry it on, because you know that there is something that I think this particular kind of conversation, as you see, we always have blooming onions here, honey. When we sit down here and start brewing tea, honey, I like to let the tea bag steep, honey, so we get a real strong pot. Okay. And oftentimes, like a blooming onion,
ain't nothing wrong with a good tea bag.
I already knew he was going to say it. I was hoping he was going to talk more so he couldn't get it out. I knew he was going to say it.
You got a dirty mind, Nick.
No, get the hell out of here.
Listen, tea bags are really cute to put on your eyes to remove the puffiness.
I don't know about that.
And I'll leave that
now who got the dirty mind? We was talking about that bunker.
I'll take your word for it, brother.
Talking about that bunker tea that we bought.
That was on that ride.
Okay.
Cole just made a cup earlier. She said, "I got Uncle Meech's Wonder Woman cup, and I'm gonna make my tea."
He flew out that seat and hit that concrete.
Oh, that's right. I still got a Wonder Woman mug around there. Yeah.
That video I sent you.
Look, you see what she said? My tea still warm.
Still warm.
I sent you a video last night. I was like, "Ooh," because you know them rides that go up. They were up pretty high, and then when it came down,
the boy that fell.
You saw it?
It went up. He flew out, hit that concrete.
So yes, my darlings.
And I thought I was going to try to get on that tall ride in Daytona, but I'm not. After I saw that today, I was
exactly.
like,
"Oh, no, don't ride like that." They didn't check his seatbelt. They got to answer to that. And then they stand looking stupid, like call an ambulance, even though he didn't make it, but still, like don't stand around and looking. Don't be stupid.
I swear, child, sometimes, honey. Listen, oh, wait a minute. You know, I've been trying to play this damn little video, honey, for the longest time.
What is it?
And, wait a minute. It's kind of old, but it was going with the topic because this here, where is it? It's with married couples. It's about married couples and things. Here we go. Y'all pay attention to this.
Name one thing you do for me that you don't really like doing, but you do it anyway because you know I like it.
How honest can I be?
Oh, I need you to be 100% real. Okay. Totally honest.
Reverse cowgirl.
Oh, hey, oh, we still in the morning show. She mean when we go to the ranch. That's what she talking about there. Yeah, like she rodeo. Baby, I gotta keep my job. One of us gotta work now. Hold on. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's okay. But she talking about when you go to just in case. Yeah. Okay, you being honest. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
All right.
Y'all do know that the Black News Channel closed their doors today.
No.
They're no longer. They closed their doors today.
Who?
And told the people
Well,
today.
part of that is because I don't even know where they were.
Who closed their door?
I didn't even know where to find them because I was like, okay, I see that this is here, but where are they?
I don't know. The Black News Channel.
What Black News
Oh,
Channel?
yeah,
I didn't know about it either. I heard that Cynthia husband worked there, but I ain't never knew where it was.
Say we're gonna spend my money, we're losing money. So we're gonna spend my money.
Oh, I didn't know that one. It shows how much they talk
Yeah,
about.
so now here we are.
Boy, this world is crazy because the big conglomerates could have merged with them and kept them alive, but
kept them alive. But remember, there was supposed to be up and running. MBC was supposed to be up and running because that was supposed to be the one. I think Marlon Jackson and a couple of other celebrities was supposed to be putting that together.
Well,
and I don't know what's going on.
One of the I forget what. I'm gonna go back and watch where I got the information from today, but it's somebody who owns like one of the teams, one of the sports teams, who was putting most of the money into them, and because most people probably didn't know about it, they weren't getting it. Didn't want to pay them. They weren't getting the views, the Nielsen ratings, and all of that stuff. So they weren't getting what they needed to get, and he said he didn't want to keep putting the money into it. But he's attached to one of the sports teams. I just have to go back and which one? Hey, Rose.
Wait a minute. Rose said that the billionaire owner didn't want to pay them. Say he filed for bankruptcy. He claimed bankruptcy.
Okay. The story I got earlier, I didn't see all that. It said that that they closed the doors and that they the owner of whatever team that is couldn't afford to keep putting all his money in. So that's probably right.
No, he read Donald Trump's book.
Oops. Oops.
You can't do that no more. Yeah.
No, they didn't slow them down.
Okay.
Y'all know what? Why are we speaking that? Ain't nobody heard from the little orange man.
Okay, yeah. They said shuts down after only 2 years. Closed yesterday. Closed March 25th, 2022. Wow.
Because they told them they wasn't getting the check. I said, well, damn. You wait till that day to tell them they wasn't getting paid?
Hey, they said Trump didn't want to go to jail. Trump didn't want to go to jail on his indictment because the jumpsuit matches hair.
Shut up, fool. Here's the article coming from USA Today. Is that the Black News Channel has pulled the plug after the 2-year-old venture failed to meet payroll and lost the backing of its biggest investor. Prince O'Hare, the company's president and CEO, told employees Friday in a memo that the news network was ceasing live production and will file for bankruptcy. BCN was available in some 50 million homes with cable and satellite, but had failed to attract many viewers. Didn't know where it was.
Ain't nobody know where it was at.
The network, which means that they didn't put no money in marketing. The network, founded in 2020 by former GOP Congressman G.C. Watts, hired more than 250 Black journalists and production personnel last year in a relaunch following an investment by Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shahid Khan. But it was consistently losing money despite 2 rounds of layoffs, and Khan decided to stop investing in it further. It is currently 3 weeks short of payroll, a company spokesperson said. Wow. Hare, a former CNN executive, took over in the relaunch last year. BCN brought on contributors like Charles Blow, columnist at the New York Times, and commentator Mark Lamont Hall. Correspondents were stationed in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, and Philadelphia. Really?
Oh, yeah, because that's Cynthia's husband.
That's Cynthia's husband. Right, got it. Okay. The end came even as BNC recorded its biggest audience ever this week with the live coverage of the Judiciary Committee hearing for U.S. Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. He told employees that their contributions have been remarkable, but quote, due to challenging market conditions and global financial pressure, we have been unable to meet our financial goal, and the timeline afforded us has run out. Establishing a network is particularly tough at a time when consumers have so many choices and many are cutting cable or satellite cords.
Look, me. Okay. My problem with that is people like your boy. Like, okay, Tyler Perry come along and he does he got all this money, and he does BET Plus to some place. BET already got money. Why didn't you go save the smaller network that's trying to get to where they're at? It's still a Black network. Why did you come in there? Why did you come alongside people like Master P and yourself and go in there and take over? Because Master P is all about that kind of thing.
Right.
The two of y'all walked into that could have turned that into the next major Black network.
Well, listen, you know what's the guy? The Black guy that be with Captain America and them.
Who? Anthony Mackie?
Is that his name? Because they wanted him
Black Falcon.
Yeah, Black Falcon.
Yeah.
He just bought. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I've read 25 acres or whatever. He's about to open up his own studio too.
Where at?
Oh, okay, that's cute.
I'm gonna go back and look again.
Is it a studio like Tyler Perry?
Yeah, but I don't think it's as big.
It's in Decatur.
I don't know if it's here.
Somebody opening one up in Decatur, and it's gonna pop open. And they got 1,000 jobs available.
Yeah. I heard that too. Yeah.
It might be him. I didn't get to see where he did it.
For those who have media production degrees, they need to apply.
Oh, you talking to yourself? I'm just asking.
For a
they
friend.
claim to have 1,000 positions.
Okay. 20 acres to open, hire. Open studio? Is that Hero in Georgia?
Decatur, where
greater studio as well. Kevin Hart
opened a bigger studio as well. Okay. So yeah. Oh, that's supposed to be to open his own studio. That's what that is.
What?
That's the typo. His own studio.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But very, very interesting, very interesting indeed. I've only caught the Black News Channel on YouTube when they were posting the stuff up on YouTube. Right. Because Mark Lamont Hill, that girl would rub me the wrong way, honey. And I'm saying that like that because I believe he's alphabet. I'm saying that that's my personal opinion. He has not come out of anything that I know of, but that girl. Okay.
I know who you talking about.
Hey, did you call? Did you get in touch with Fred?
With who?
Fred Blankenship.
Oh, no, he hasn't responded.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he has not responded to me, which is odd because he usually does.
Right.
It's just very interesting where all this is coming, and understanding the Black News Channel and carrying on. I'm not liking it when news is becoming more commentation versus being objective. You know what I'm saying? Because we can always tell when you disagree with somebody because your tone and your voice change and carrying on and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, how can we keep this civil?
Fox do it all the time.
Well, Fox ain't no damn news channel to me. They're not news. Not the national Fox. The local stations are carrying on. I can handle the local stations.
Please explain this to me. Because the national one is be the ones that be acting like asses.
Right.
The ones that you see on our everyday on 5, what is it, Fox 5?
Uh-huh.
They don't seem to act like that.
The local stations never do is because they're dealing with local news. The national affiliate, honey, or the parent is the one that deals with all the politics. They don't deal with local news and carrying on. They deal with the politics of the country and all of the national stuff. And that's why they stay very.
They allowed to be that way, but I guess whoever is over them must feel that same damn way, or they wouldn't allow it to be.
Look at the stations. Look at all of these so-called 24-hour news stations. Okay, all of them: CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and whichever other ones. All of them are not news programs. All of them are fucking commentary programs.
On the politics.
Okay, every show that comes on is a former. They were a journalist or whatever, but they doing commentary shit. They're not reporting the news.
Nope. It's so opinionated. It's just weird.
Yes. It's a news entertainment program. It is not a news program.
There you go.
Okay. And that's where we fall in line. And the sad thing about it is that a lot of people lead to these children for their opinions. I mean, I like watching The View, but it gives me something to talk about because they start a conversation that I believe, like we said, okay, well, they said this on The View, blah, 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 and we can pick up the conversation.
Yeah, and they don't make it law just because they said it.
You know what I'm saying?
On Fox,
they don't make it a law. Right. It's not like when we looking at our local news and they say, okay, there was a car accident today. We're live on the scene and we're talking to the police officers and we're questioning this, we're questioning that. It's not like when they're at the White House and the press is there and they're grilling the president on something and then say, well, this is what we reported. The president has said such blah, 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 blah. It's not that. What we get is shows like.
Yeah, you get their opinions.
Wait a minute. We get commentation shows that are just us on a bigger scale because they got money and they're in the studio and this and that. They got bigger sponsors and all that kind of jazz. But that's all that they are. All that they are.
I don't know. But I'm sorry because when I said the thing about the Black News Channel, then we got off the topic of what you were actually showing. About what you were actually showing and what Cynthia said. So you want to go back to that?
Oh,
sorry.
I was going there because I was putting that up as far as understanding the realm because now they're not. I don't think they have they married. They got married yet?
Yeah, they married.
Okay, so in that their whole compromise. The question was. What is it that you do that you don't like to do, but you only do it because I like it?
Yeah.
Okay. And she said, "Ooh, okay."
The reverse cowgirl.
She broke Gigi remote control.
Reverse cowgirl.
Sure do, TC.
That's what I'm talking about.
So in those particular situations, I had brought that up because I was like, okay, again, going back to that conversation piece, Now this is something that she, they're having a conversation about it live on television, but nonetheless the conversation is still being had. She made the compromise and said, okay, I don't like doing this, but I know this is what keeps him happy. I'm trying to keep my marriage together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And boom. So so I would love to have seen the rest of that, to see what the rest of the story was, see how he came out of that, to see what the story was. However, in those particular cases, are we expecting our significant others, our partners, our spouses, and everything to make those kind of compromises? And are you the one who will do it? Do you make those same compromises that you ask for?
I'm not gonna entertain you. So he quit calling the 2 times that you called me and I ain't pick up the phone. No problem.
Oh, really? In Lansing?
What I really want to do is
God's name is.
That's my home state of Michigan. That's the capital state. This capital city of Michigan, Lansing.
I know Lansing. Lansing be going down.
Yeah, well, all right then. All right, but Michigan is starting to do a lot with their tax laws anyway. Right now, everybody flocking here because Atlanta has the best in the tax break for filming. I think they get like 30% or something, whatever that is. They have the best in the tax breaks.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember Lee talking to us about that. That they give them for filming here.
So yeah,
just because just about every movie you come out with now is filmed here.
Good night, but
right. And especially now that we have a lot of sound stages being built here and carrying on to where, they don't have to go into the city as much. If we could get, a lot of that, if we can get a lot of stuff done at the sound stages and carrying on, that's absolutely.
Tyler so far fantastic. Has the best thing of that because he has like little cities and shit built on the
right.
And I mean, having it be on a military base is perfect to be able to transform into those things. Little city.
Yeah, the significance of him being on that military base to where at one point in time blacks couldn't be on it only as servants or whatever.
That was one of the forces.
And now a black man owns it. That's monumental.
It absolutely is.
That is monumental,
all night.
And etc. So that there is that. But listen, let's shut this on down. We've been on for 2 hours.
Okay.
And let's let the kids go. It is Saturday night, so y'all still it's the witching hour about to start. So y'all still got time to go on out to the club for those who are trying to get out and about. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this. Wait a minute before we go.
What happened to the card?
Michael Jackson calling to say, have a wonderful, magical, lovely day today. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Ron. Happy birthday to you.
All right for the boss, honey.
Got so many white ass grandbabies.
Okay. Happy birthday to the boss, honey, Miss Ross.
Oh God.
She's 77 years young today, honey.
77. She better come on through here.
Not her fault.
Okay, 77.
There's a cure
That-
for this.
Hey, what
I
happened
don't
to
want
the
it. I
Meek?
don't want it.
Huh?
Hey,
What happened to the
Keys.
card?
I got him. I got him. Okay, so y'all still want y'all want the cards?
Yeah, let's
Pull a
go.
card. Any
Okay.
card.
All right. Okay, I got three. I got three.
Okay. I just knew I was about to
I
run
need
out of
intellectual
my
answers, y'all.
nerves.
Question number 1.
So we don't be stuck. We're gonna run right off this. Huh?
Question numero uno. An engaged couple breaks up for 2 weeks, but quickly reconciles. Just before the wedding, the man finds out that he got the other woman pregnant during that break. What happens next?
They don't get married.
Happens next, basically, they make a decision since he went out. And they had an agreement that they were going to get married. He went out and he got another female pregnant.
But they were broke up.
They need to go their own separate ways. He was not prepared to get married.
Boom.
But they were broke up though.
They were broke up.
Wait, stop.
Yeah, they were broke up.
Okay, wait, repeat that. Wait, repeat that question.
An engaged couple. Okay, I'm gonna repeat. Oh shit! I just dropped it. Oh damn it!
An engaged couple
Okay,
breaks up
for 2 weeks,
Okay.
but quickly reconciles. Just before the wedding, the man finds out that he got another woman pregnant during that break. What happens next?
They need to postpone this wedding until they figure out what they're going to do. Yeah, they need to go to premarital counseling just to
I was
figure out
going
how
to
she
say
feels
because it
about
has
that.
to be discussed. Like they have to talk about it, and then
But that goes back to what I was saying. If you heard what I said earlier, Meek?
What?
That right there is what I was talking about. How much work are they willing to put into it to really reconcile the situation with the child? How strong you put in the work, that would be one strong marriage that could never be broken because of how it started.
But I like what Cupcake said.
Right.
Postpone because there will be so many people that will go through with this wedding just to save face.
You're right. Right. I agree.
But they shoot themselves in the
totally
foot doing
wrong.
that. Because you'll go through that wedding just to save face, and then next week you feel in some kind of way.
Right. Because
Exactly.
you take time, like we said,
To
go through
process. That's
counseling,
right.
to process it, to think it through. Is this something, you might need to postpone that thing for a year or two. Let's see how we're gonna work through this when this baby get here.
Yeah.
Right, because
I
you
need
gotta-
to know that I can go through this.
Because
I'm
you
not just saying it.
remember he didn't cheat on you.
No, he
Right.
didn't. But you still
Right.
gotta remember
That still was kind of quick. 2 weeks.
right within 2 weeks. But you still gotta remember how she's gonna feel because she might be upset and you don't want to get married and that's her
Right.
child because she's taking on a husband. She's taking, even though you made your mistakes, you're taking on a child. The child had nothing to do with it. So you don't need her to be
Right.
taking that abuse on the child. So yes, they need to just postpone it and figure out if this is what she really wants to do. And how
You
she
got to
really
get your
feels about it.
emotions in check.
Right. So the
Because
postponement
they could-
has to be most important.
They could be getting married, Meeks, and all of a sudden this woman kicked the door in and started singing, "Do you remember?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, she started hollering, "Congratulations!"
Sex with somebody.
I thought it would be me.
But you know what? When somebody in their feelings or whatever they broke up for, sometimes people just don't think, and that's a reality.
Exactly.
That's a reality.
And that deal
We
is
talked
that.
about that when the doctor
Michael
was
said he nasty. How would you have unprotected sex with someone that quickly?
Exactly.
Well, because
Okay.
But that's what I just said.
Because he went in head first.
No, I think
You know
sometimes
what?
if they broke up, people don't think in the moments of anger and hurt and stuff like that. And sometimes you just don't think. It's not a good thing, but that's a reality. And people need to stop acting like it don't happen. When
This
the
is
doctor was here,
Okay.
he talked all about that.
This is also a question too. Within the 2 weeks, was this girl already around?
Keisha, get out of here.
That's where it is.
Mhm. There you go.
See, now here's where this is.
Hey,
I kicked the door
I
in.
ain't trying to hear that. That's that woman stuff going on in your mind. He could have picked her up while he getting a frappe at Starbucks. You know?
No.
Here's when you get. Wait a minute. No. That's not just women stuff. Because
Keisha, if you listening, Millie is saying hi.
Question. We have an open-ended question. Now we don't know the backstory, so the backstory could be anything. It could be that this was a one-night stand. Okay, that you just happened because you single and ready to mingle or thought that this was going to be over. It could have been the best friend. It could have been your best friend. It could have been, the bitch waiting in the wings, honey, because she knew she told you it wasn't going to last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It could have been
a friend of mine, too.
And that's a seat. Okay, come on, Kelly Price. Okay? Which is why the wedding has to be postponed, because those questions are what needs to be answered. Because I'm going to tell you like this. If it was one of my pieces of trade, honey, and my bestie, and you went to go have my bestie, oh, bitch, wait a minute. We finna go to flip over all the tables up in here.
Okay.
Gonna be taking the table.
If it was I'm going to tell you right now, if it was a close friend or something like that, a relative or something new, that's a no.
That's a no.
To heal you for the pain, from that pain, because that's a
man. Y'all heard the song. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
No.
But wait a minute, the homies can have. Wait a minute, it's like this. If the homies can have some, because it's an agreement. Me and the homies done talked, and we like, okay, wait a minute, dog. This is what we gonna do. That there is a conversation. You don't go tipping behind your homies' back.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
That mean that wasn't your homie from the get-go.
Period.
How about it? That means he talking about bow wow wow. That means you was a dog who need to be a leash. And goddamn it, we gotta put a flea tag on you too.
Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say,
don't you rush the cradle. Live your life.
All right, question number 2.
What's the next card?
Next card.
Your friend with benefits arrives at your house unannounced.
Uh-oh.
They text, I'm outside. And you are in bed with the person you hope will become your significant other.
Wait, what was the last part?
I'll start over.
Okay.
Your friends with benefits arrived at your house unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
They text, I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in bed with the person you hope will become your significant other.
So you're in bed with the man.
What do you do?
Turn your phone off.
You go outside and bust me in the head because you don't want to be at my house.
Don't you ever show up at my house unannounced. Good night. I'm in bed.
I'm getting out of bed. I'm calling police on you.
Get out.
Don't come over.
He ringing the doorbell?
Nah, he just texted that he was outside. And
well, what you're supposed to do is this. Okay, look, I'm finna give it to y'all. Listen, I'm gonna give it to you from player 101. Then what you do? You go to the door after you get the text saying I'm outside. You say, baby, hold on. I think my cousin, old lady, you step out and you say, hey, did you know you was coming? Hold on. As you're going out the door, you loudly say, hey, did he know you was coming? And you pull the door up and then you walk out there and say, Trick, don't you ever come over my house unannounced again. If you don't get back in your car, I choke you. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, all right, I'll let them know you came by, or you're going back in the house.
Cole said text back, leave, and cut the phone off.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Shut it down.
Don't
even
get up right now.
Yeah, you know what? Now for me,
you respond there.
Here's where it is.
All you gotta do is text the family to call my home.
Look, Red, look at the comment.
That nigga keep rocks.
Me too, Mook.
Oh no, that really happened.
Get out. This is grown folks talk.
Hey, I got one word for you, Meech.
What?
Ho.
He ain't called you that in a long time.
Now, is that with an H or with a W?
That's with a W.
Uncle Chris. That's the major.
Now for
What
me,
happened to you?
That's the major.
It sure did, y'all. One time, Miss
Very
Ariel
well.
was here, and that little boy, I mean,
This
that
is
girl was
He
out.
could do it.
There's somebody that's church hurt behind him.
listen.
After he put his
Here's
other
what it now.
family
Now for
out,
me,
he's gonna stay.
it wasn't like I was praying for Jesus. I just had one of my main, this is one of the main ones, that I did and play. And the other one, it just happened to do a drive by, right? And so what happened was, I was like, you just sit up there and say, listen, no, I ain't a good time right now. I can't, and then the conversation was, okay, call me when you free,
Oh, okay.
And then, because the operative word here,
But that's people
operative
knowing
word in this is friend. This is a friend with
It's a
benefit,
friend with
not a
benefits.
fuck buddy. This
Right.
is a
So
friend
a
with.
friend with benefits should be able to understand. No, not
Wait a
right
minute.
now.
Okay, there we go.
I agree, Meek. If
This
it's
is
a
a
friend with
friend
benefits,
with benefits. Okay,
you should be able to text them right back, baby. No,
stop
it's
it.
a good
I,
time.
okay,
When I go back on Monday, we got
right.
Monday
And because we are friends, they understand that we have no commitment. Okay. And they understand, okay, you were taking a chance and this, that, and the other. So they understand all that.
And don't do
Because
that
you
no
didn't know
more.
how, see, the thing of it was you dropped by thinking I was going to be home. Now it just so happens that I have a car and my car is there. Okay. Because my car. But if you came through and I wasn't there, then we're gonna treat it like I'm not home.
So if I call
Okay,
police,
because I can't right now. I've had it happen on not to where we pulled up, but it was more so like I made a phone call. It was like, hey, you want to come through? And it was like, no, I can't. I'm
Hey,
busy.
let me tell you something. Hey, Beach, my favorite movie with that type of situation, and I think Nikki probably know this movie.
Which one?
You won't be stalking me no more. You ain't got no car.
What you have to do to control these situations in this movie that I saw, it was when you answer the phone, you make sure every one of them that you're dealing with, they got a name by the day of the week. So when you answer the phone, you like, Tuesday, what you want?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's Friday, like you Tuesday. Like, why you calling me? Like,
right. Okay, you started.
Right. I think that was Benny Siegel.
Oh, you talking about one of the state property movies?
Yes, see.
You gonna have me in there watching that shit? Them poorly made ass movies, they ain't bad ass, but I like them though.
That's nothing I do.
What's the next question?
Okay. Okay. You feel me, baby? You feel me? Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Rose said, tell them the truth, and if it hurts their feelings, so be it. Okay. And sometimes, but like I said, the operative word there is friend.
That might be the way to get rid of them.
We ain't together.
The operative word there is friend, honey. So
I move, you know what I'm saying? I'm with the person that I'm planning,
exactly.
One of y'all got that person.
Right. Okay. Okay. Here's question number 3.
All right, come on. Next question. What we got? Because my old ass won't go be.
Man, I'm getting
y'all ready?
I'm ready. Y'all ready?
No.
My brake pads in front of
No, one of y'all got somebody that's like, you say that, but you got somebody that's like real stalkerish. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let go. That's the problem.
Call it out. Text the cops.
Okay, yeah, that's something different.
On the one to talk to him, he had no witness.
That's the problem. You can let somebody know easily. You can be like, you know what it was, and I don't want this no more. And then next thing you know, they be at your job, at your house, in your house, under your bed, all this stuff.
Then it's called whoop daddy.
That's under your bed. Okay.
You gotta remember this. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. He's just getting in.
No, what's that movie where that dude was underneath the girl bed breathing and stuff? What was his name?
Oh.
That's that type of stuff I'm talking about. I watched too many movies of that. I had to cut you.
Yeah, that's too much.
What?
Okay, here's the last question.
Go ahead.
After 20 years of marriage, your spouse says they are attracted to the.
How about you glitch right there?
Attracted to the what?
Are you serious right now?
What happens?
You got to start over because you glitch right at attracted.
We want to hit it.
After 20 years of marriage, your spouse says they are attracted to the same sex and wants to explore that with you. What happens next?
On your own.
We going.
Are you talking to me? Or are you talking
Hey, I can say it
gonna
best.
be able to do it.
What Usher say? Gonna sign them papers.
Right. But who the hell argue at like dogs at 6 in the morning? Because that's what we gonna be. Arguing like dogs at 6 in the morning.
A new relationship.
20 years. That means you've been wanting to do. A matter of fact,
yeah, because I feel like that's
listen for me. Oh my
and then you just
God.
say, you know what, I can't hold it in no more.
You know what? No, this is gonna do
though?
for me.
I'm gonna love you enough.
Hey, what's crazy though is if she didn't have nobody older, I'm speaking from a heterosexual man point of view.
Okay.
If she didn't have nobody older in her life when she was growing up to teach her the attributes of Epsom salt and stuff like that, then maybe that's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She might,
you know what?
Yeah.
Epsom salt.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna play with him.
It's like you got to remember, you know, sometimes you got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, for me, I'm gonna take that with you, girl. It's gonna be like, okay, see you with that, because there is no. Listen.
I'm gonna send you off in love, honey. Live your
I
truth.
support my bisexual community. I support them and carrying on. And oh, wait a minute, but see, no, it would have to be. See, the way how that would work is if me and the girl knew each other, because see, it would be a thing between me and her. But like, bitch, we finna go ahead and work him over. Okay, but we can't touch, and that ain't no.
I'm gonna send you off in love. I'm gonna just be like, okay, well, this is what you want.
Okay, look here.
I'm gonna support you, but I ain't going with you.
Let's say you all
Look, say, Red, go to bed, please.
Hey, if y'all get some libations, right, and you get a little too drunk, and you decide, hey, 20 years, I ain't finna waste it. We're gonna go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you doing something, and you like. A foot touch you that ain't your foot or your spouse's, another foot touch you because it's dark.
No,
right?
No,
it's like, is that a deal breaker? Like because the other person touched you?
No, we can't touch, child. A foot, but that ain't gonna be no deal breaker. But it's going to have me on my P's and Q's. But
I don't like no damn nobody's goddamn foot.
I know he being funny.
I know.
Snickers on your bed.
For me, no, that ain't no deal breaker, honey. But that's no, honey, no. I could not because for me, no.
It's a no for me.
No,
I'm just saying it's like
no.
Ain't nothing you can no.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Look,
it's
both
a different
kids,
thing. It's
both your nieces done told you to go to bed. Mook told you to go to bed. Now Keisha telling you to go to bed.
Hey, Keish. Hey. I ain't talking to Mook. She got a smart mouth.
This nigga.
Listen.
Be nice.
Somebody ain't gonna just pop from out of nowhere and just tell you that. So there had to be some signs. Now, if you chose to ignore them,
you know what? Now here's the thing. You know what? That's part of one of the things that's in my play that I wrote about in the play. Okay, and that there is the whole idea. The couple in the play, they have been, they've been together for 7 years. They've been and engaged all that time, so they've been knowing each other longer. They've been engaged for 7 years. Okay, but here's where it is. He hangs around in the circle of Kano because he's a dancer, right? So
what kind of dance?
he's a dancer.
Does he like Leroy from Fame?
And
I seen a picture from Leroy from Fame the other day in the same store. Do what you want me to do. Come on,
and
y'all.
what it is,
Ride and dance.
the you know, they all hang in the same circle, okay? It's because Danielle and Eric are fraternal twins, right? So you know they do everything together. So she has the fiance. Eric dances and
Oh, yeah,
background.
he's sleeping with her brother, right?
See what she just did?
Right.
He's sleeping with
Okay.
her.
But before then,
That's my eyeballs up.
but what happened is Steve started, you know, he's a background dancer, and so they dancing for Veronica, you know, they're her backup dancer when she do her show. So when Steve is around all the other children, honey, he flames out and you know just go kiki. Okay.
So he got two ways.
He would get kiki. Danielle thought that he was just playing around, and because he around the environment, she would always tell boy, stop playing. You know, come on home. You know, that kind of thing.
He would kiki when he would BB, but when he would baby, he hey.
What?
You know what? I can't stand your ass, but yes.
You heard what the
You understood that question though.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Hey, you know what? Just you don't yawn no more because I saw your tonsils from last year. Don't do that. I almost threw a cantaloupe in your mouth.
That there is so that's what's in the play. But no, for me, I couldn't, honey. No. Not after 20 years.
I'm sick of you.
But here's the thing, though. If I know you in that 20 years time, I should know you.
That's what I was
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's some signs that you just wasn't. You were refusing to pick up on some signs. In 20 years, ain't nobody that damn good to hide it.
Listen, no,
Hey,
because it comes out in conversation.
She need to count how many times that he wanted the doggy style.
Don't laugh at him, Keisha. That's why he don't stop.
Listen. No, but you know.
Did he put his butt up in the
Here's
air?
where it is.
No?
And this is really true. And for everybody who's in relationship, this is very serious. You know, especially if you're in a long-term relationship and y'all are sexually active with one another, you know when something has changed, when you done learned something different. Oh, that's how folks start to act. When they start bringing up the question, are you cheating on me or whatever, it's because of just that. You done started doing some shit that we ain't done before.
That's not
that?
true. That's not true all the time because he could be watching training films. Have you seen Pornhub lately?
Listen. Does that mean, hold on. Wait a minute. No. Not a training film and all this shit on Pornhub is not going to perfect your skills. You got to be doing it to get it right. Now, if you try something new and she sit up there and say, okay, wait a minute, this is something new, what you doing? You know, if she don't question that, then something's wrong.
Well, maybe he's trying to wake up the fish.
No, bullshit. That's bullshit. If you know something is it's just like the connection. Listen, oh wait, I'm gonna tell my business. Damn, that was gonna come out so.
Well, tell your business, girl.
Okay, child. Okay.
Wait, do that again. You can tell that because did you see the way it looked?
Right. He pooched. Yeah. He pooched.
A woman would know because a woman.
Listen, I was sexually active with this one. This is back home in Detroit. I was sexually active with this one particular cat.
Yeah.
But this particular day, he was not there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had to make him stop. I was like, wait a minute, where the fuck are you at? You are not here.
Right.
Okay, you are not here, and you're not gonna fuck me like I'm something. Okay. And so when I stopped him, he kind of got emotional with me for a minute. I said, no.
She ran down the steps to make sure she still was hearing everything.
Hey, did you stop him mid-stroke?
Why do you keep?
I'm saying, was it halfway there?
Yes.
So how did you know if you didn't get the full stroke? You don't know. You can't eat half a
No, honey.
His mind wasn't there.
No, lies, God was an infinite. Listen, he was not there, honey. Everything about his energy, he did not connect with me. But you are with me. You're inside of me and carrying on, but you ain't here. Your body is here, but your mind is elsewhere. Bitch, get the fuck up off of me.
Your body's here with me, and your mind is on the other side of town.
Side of town. See, exactly. Hello. Hello.
And
I
your
lived
hips
that
are
song.
swinging
I had to. I said, oh
Although we
no.
will find a song for every damn thing we say.
Okay.
Cole said we.
I had to make him stop.
You made him stop.
I had to make him stop, honey. I was like, oh no, honey, you
Okay,
are not
now
here.
you just made me. Now you just woke up another question.
Oh God.
What?
In the LBG community, you said you had to make him stop, right?
Uh-huh.
Does no mean no?
No means no.
But if there's two
No
men
means
right there,
no.
somebody got to lose the fight.
No means motherfucking no.
Is it rape if he keep going?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Absolutely yes.
But what if you say, if he asks you that, when you say no, and you be like, you act like I'm raping you, you think I'm raping you, and you say yes, and all he heard was yes, so he go.
No bullshit, because here's where it is. Here's where this is. And see, no.
It could be a miscommunication when you.
No, that ain't no
miscommunication. My ass. Miscommunication, my ass.
Exactly, your ass.
In my Vera Walker voice, okay? Listen.
Come on, Vera.
Yeah, I don't know why you started.
Come on, Vera.
Listen.
I'm in charge.
There is see, there's always the point where, you know, there's nonverbal communication as well as verbal communication.
Right. So
okay.
How do you know when no means
as we're
no,
going through the motions and carrying on?
No, stop.
You do know what no means no. Listen, you do know what no means no, damn it, because hell, I don't give a fuck how much I say hurt me or this, that, and the other. When I put my hand on your motherfucking chest and push you, I'd be like, no. Then no, honey, that means you're doing something that's not comfortable.
Okay, if y'all having a big orgy type thing and he can't talk with his mouth full, so he can't tell you no.
Bullshit. You know how to undo something, honey, because you know how to make no. You know how to make it to where you're not going to allow that to happen.
Keep on and going further with the question. The question was
because listen, he's been up there.
No, because I'm curious.
No, it's just like, listen, how do a bitch tell you no? And you got her all plugged up.
I don't know. It never happened to me.
All the way out of it, don't you?
It never happened to me.
She know how to wiggle the fuck up out of there. And if she doesn't, it's because you done overpowered her. And if you overpowered her, that's rape.
Okay, so you telling me when there's two brothers, right, in the rainbow world.
Yeah.
And where the one brother say no, y'all wiggle up out of there just like the woman wiggle up out of there?
If necessary, or we get to fighting. What the fuck do you?
But if you go from left to right wiggling, won't somebody get hurt like that?
Hello?
I always thought that when something comes out of the anus, it's slammed shut.
No, my God. It takes a minute for that to happen, baby, because the anus has been stretched open. And so it takes it don't just slam, honey. You got to go like the garage door. It takes its time to close.
So then that means no don't mean no because it's still open waiting on something else.
No means motherfucking no. You getting the fuck up out of here. The fuck is you goddamn talking about?
Stop getting on me.
All that bullshit. See, straight man, don't do that shit, straight man. Don't do that shit, straight man.
Wait a minute. I wasn't mad when you talking about
your ass said, if your ass said no, you know motherfucking well no was no.
But you were talking about my titties. I wasn't mad.
Listen, no means no. And you would sit up there shimmying and we shimmy together. So
like
shit.
Okay.
Come on, shimmy.
I see you blocking the camera with one of your titties.
Who, me?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna throw some money at the camera.
Just cash at me.
No, Meech. Next time we have a show, to go ahead and throw a titty at him.
Yeah. Don't both of them at his ass next time.
Hey,
make sure it hit him.
Wait a minute. Wait. I got a right to ask these questions to my brother because I'm traumatized when he hit me with that breast at that show.
That's why I'm going to throw both of them at your ass because you play too damn much.
Right.
Now that was funny.
I'm sitting there at the show later. All of a sudden, this whole fake boob just hit me in the side of the head.
Sorry, I asked for him to do that. I know he was doing it too, but I did ask him to do it.
Oh, really?
I didn't know he was going to throw that shoe, but I did ask him to
Well, you know what? You just keep eating your chunky soup up there trying to stay out of the conversation.
This is macaroni and cheese from Johnny's Chicken and Waffle last night. The lobster macaroni and cheese. Mm-hmm.
Lord Jesus. While we on the air.
Right.
While we are on the air, darling.
Bring the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. I was going to ask, that part of my is off the air. Y'all been asking me to make this damn cheeseburger macaroni for y'all.
Uh-huh.
He was at the store.
You want to pick it up in the morning or what?
Oh, he's gonna make it tomorrow.
Pick it up in the morning from where?
His house.
When you on your way, y'all got to check out, right?
Oh, that's right. We do got to leave, don't we? I'm comfortable.
I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Move it in.
Okay. Just said that I moved in. Talk to the sales department.
What do you say? Talk to the sales department.
Okay.
That's maybe what time we got to check out.
Hey, Meech, what time we got to check out of here?
11.
All right. 2 o'clock it is.
12:30 it is.
You so damn dumb. Okay.
Y'all messing up. Y'all are messing up.
Hey, that's some
But
real
call down and ask them for a late checkout. They can extend it to 12.
12 or 1, I think. 1 usually be the latest.
1 is usually the latest, depending on what's coming in. Because I don't know. I think we may have a show coming in, so they may have to clear out everything so that they can get the room together, so that whatever's coming in could come in. But if we don't have that show, they may could give you a late checkout.
I should ask them now.
Yeah, we should ask them.
So, no, wait a minute. No, because that's the overnight crew. Now they're gonna tell y'all to wait till in the morning when everybody there to ask. Because right now they got to run the audit and this, that, and the other, and they don't know.
Darn.
Yeah.
Here now.
So, yeah. So,
y'all know I was up early this morning out there shaking my
Ken,
butt getting money.
Pastor Ken said you need. You said you was on the corner doing what to your butt?
Shaking my butt for some money.
Okay.
And I got to be 51 and a half years old. I ain't never had to shake my ass for no money till today.
How many bean pies you get today?
I ain't getting no bean pies. They was out there though, because we was up at Old Nate. I guess we was on their turf. We got all their money today. They ain't sell no final calls or nothing today, baby.
They can get y'all.
Baby, them little girls, they made that money today. Cole was even out there. Buy a fish plate or donate. Buy a fish plate or donate.
But y'all had little girls out there selling fish on the corner.
No, the
Shut
fish
up.
was over there in the parking lot.
Don't
I'm
answer that
saying,
question.
Jesus.
Don't fall for that.
I was out there though.
I'm
I
a-
said, Lord, look, you done brought me this far. I ain't never had to ask for no money shaking on the corner till
So
today.
you was the house mother.
I was in charge of the girls.
So you in charge of the girl.
Okay.
I'm in charge of the girl.
Oh, okay.
Lord Jesus, help us. Help us. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Help us, Lord.
Cole said
Okay.
over there needed curfew.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
your niece was out there shaking her little ass for something too.
Who?
She got like Cole.
Huh?
Cole got like $50 in about 5 minutes.
Oh, she must have put her girl clothes on.
No, she got her girl hair on today though.
Oh.
She said her clothes turned into girl clothes because you know she done picked up a couple.
Yeah, I heard the FBI did an investigation and found that she had a rear end.
Your thighs was out?
See?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Princess
whole
was
woman
like,
up
yeah,
under
where you
them
get them
clothes.
hips from? When we was at the car show, Princess said, Cole, where them hips come from?
Okay.
Somebody said, oh, that was Princess. Princess said, wait
Oh,
a minute. She's a girl.
Oh, damn it. I got to. Okay, I just thought about something I got to do. I know. I forget. I work on Sundays now. Next Sunday is the show, the car show.
Yeah.
It is.
And I got it just hit me. I'm like, oh damn! I got to wiggle out of it. Okay.
Yeah. See. See. You gotta wiggle out of it.
No means no.
No means no.
Right. No means no.
No means no.
Completely.
Yo, I want to go big.
Wow. Hamada. What?
Come on,
No,
Rob.
damn it. Oh, I was finna say
The
something.
moon, Alice. Right to the moon. Keep it up.
I was going to say that's what you do on the nuts, honey. You vibrate on the nuts.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
It's time to go to bed, y'all.
Hey, dashing through the snow.
With no license plate.
In a one-horse open sleigh, honey.
Go
this late.
riding through the hood with no license plate or brake. On our way to work, we get fired if we late.
That's a ghetto Christmas song.
Okay.
I wrote that. So please won't you just move and get up on our way.
Y'all
'Cause I'm
must have
off
had
my
great
meds
end
and I'm
tables.
what is it called?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because I'm off my west and I'm letting you know that we with the shits today. Oh, I don't care.
So you
Why
so
you
broke that
driving
your
so
end
damn
table and your
slow?
basketball rim was the
Get
same
your
as
ass
fuck.
up out the lane if you don't know where to go.
Hey. Okay.
I wrote that.
So, all right. Well, let the good people get on. Because we're getting closer. No, yeah, we're getting closer to the witching hour, honey. And you know, this is the time where the children want to go and shake a tail feather and carry it on.
What's an hour?
So, on that note, my darling, we thank you all for your love and your support and carrying on and loving us the way that you do, honey. You may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished.
We
And
did.
you get to see tea, my darling.
She just grabbed her. She just went in there and got butterscotch.
Wait. She got butterscotch crumpets.
Yes, she said I just grabbed mine. As soon as you said it, she said I just grabbed mine.
Okay.
She been grabbing crumpets all day.
Okay. Listen, if you love us, honey, like, subscribe, and share, and tell all of your family and friends, honey, to come on in to like, subscribe, and to share. But if you hate us or don't like anything that we said, or think we ugly, or whatever the case may be, honey, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies to like and subscribe and to share. Okay? Because what I want you guys to understand is you will understand, understand, okay, is that everything that we're doing over here at 3 The Hard Way, the syndicate, everything in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. So on that note, my loves, honey, we thank you. We adore you and all of that, honey. We will see you guys again next week. And y'all gonna hear me say this. We got some changes coming because, child, hey, we got to go make some coins somewhere. And the children, honey, they trying to come for you. They trying to come for me, honey. So we got to go get a couple of coins because I got to get an extra $500 up in here a month because of what my bills and stuff are. Texting them going up on my rent.
I'm trying to get you a job at KOD.
I cannot. It's King of Diamonds, Meech. Don't. I'm not doing this with you.
Shake a tail.
What?
I don't know. I shimmy a lot, so I guess.
I know.
Okay.
I said we were gonna call you the Big Dipper.
Okay.
Now that might work.
Okay.
Welcome to the stage.
It might work.
It's a raining man.
But you know, you being such a girthy man,
You about to
we're
go.
gonna use a light pole instead of that regular pole. I don't want you to fall.
You about to go to court. Petty court it is for you.
Give me the telephone pole, honey. I could climb up that.
Climb the call. Climb the call. Climb the call.
Ain't that what Medea said? You know, I used to be on the telephone pole because you know. Why yo?
No, Medea said.
Medea said she was on the telephone pole.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all. Go to bed.
Trying, we trying. That's your husband. That is your
Mr. Hayes.
husband that keeps this going.
No.
People got stuff to do.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, TC.
Honey. Listen, good night, y'all, honey. We love you. We'll see you guys again soon. So on that note, honey. Right.
He's trying to kill somebody over here.
Children trying to come from our credentials, honey. Shit, a bitch know how to hold her breath when she needs to. Ah.
I see, because you gave all the throat tonight.
I heard that. Night, y'all.
Hey, you get 2 Snickers.